Here we go. 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 Welcome to Outlaw Radio on a Wednesday night. Freak Nasty is the name of the show tonight. Freak Nasty. We all know what's going on, right? We all know what's going on. We're gonna get into it. We'll talk about it. And we're probably gonna talk about it in a way you probably haven't. So give us a chance to dissect the conversation. My name is Kevin Barnes. I am the host of Outlaw Radio. Welcome to Outlaw Radio. We do this Mondays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time until whenever we choose to cut the machine off, because quite simply, we own the machine. So I hope you all are ready to go tonight. I hope everybody feels like, either hitting the line, which is 262-202-5131, and it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen if I'm saying it too fast, or get in the chat room. But tell a friend to tell a friend. Outlaw Radio, Freak Nasty. Ready to go. Mr. Carter, you in the building. What's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
I am in the building. Life was good. Peace, family. How y'all doing out there? Welcome to Outlaw Radio, where we talk that talk and we definitely walk that motherfucking walk. Y'all better come on in. I'm trying to tell you, I am the black woman lover, the black man's brother, the coach and teacher, hood healer, the ghetto witch doctor. Hey, mama! There go the CMOS, man! Come on in. If you ain't been to the House of Vitality, you better get there now.
Black entrepreneurship is something that we wholeheartedly support here on this show. One thing we don't demand from these would-be elected officials, even when they're campaigning, is a clear-cut, definitive Black economic development plan. We talk about everything under the moon. We say why we wouldn't vote for this person or that person, but no matter who we support, we still won't go to that individual. So I'm saying, if you like Trump, then step to Trump and say, yo, what's up with the Black economic development? Now, of course, Trump, he's gonna, black people get Black economics. He'll say
Black
some
people need black jobs.
right, Black jobs, right? Black architects, black accountants. Even Kamala, like, yeah, okay, you don't support her, you don't like her, but those of you who do, are you ready to step to her and say, yo, and once you get in office, see, the way I feel like it should be played is, once you get in office and we've elected you, then we should step to you and say, now, what's up with that bullshit about reparations? What you were saying, you know what I'm saying? We need to straighten this out. So,
Kamala.
Well, right. Well, I'm saying, what's in it for me? Yeah, but we keep arguing about, little shit. We arguing about the argument. We don't even know why we arguing. What was we arguing about? I don't know. What was we arguing? Oh, you ain't said, right? It's just that. So y'all come on in, man. Come on in. I know y'all want to talk about the diddler. If you from the 414, which is what the show represents, the 414, MPS is in the news again. Several things going on to talk about. So come on in. Let your friends know Outlaw Radio is popping. And we was late, but we wasn't that late tonight, right? You know what I'm saying? So people,
we in this motherfucker.
Yeah, to put it bluntly, right? He walked in the chat room. He said, "Walk's world. Walk is on his way to the mill, right? Like, so if you want, y'all hit Ewok and tell him y'all want to politic with him, because he's an outlaw, so he's always calling into the show. He always has strong opinions. He's involved. Ewok, you should do a autograph signing or something. I don't know, man. Go down to UWM. Go to Marshall. You went to Marshall. John Fletcher in the chat room. What up, Fletch? He says, what up, family? Let's go. Keep rising to the top. Give it all you got. There you go. Ain't
That's
no
right.
half stepping. There you go.
Keep on rising.
And I want to make it clear that the Dougie Fresh version mixes both. Like, it mixes like two different songs. The song "Keep Rising to the Top" is sang by Kenny Burke, right? So, and "Give It All You Got," "Give It All You Got," "Give It All You Got" is "No Half Stepping" by Heatwave. So, you got to know the music. Let me see. Jesse Parrish, she says, peace, outlaws from the Mile High Income and Illegal Migrant Flooded City. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, Frontline Black News, and the Revolutionary Agenda. He's laughing because I said, the diddler. The diddler. John Fletcher said MPS is trash. They ass is the next federal indictment. Woo. Shots fired. Right? I got rid of my shotgun sound effect, so I can't, you know what I'm saying? He says, well, he's big upping us again. Shout out to you, Paris. He said the diddler about to get diddled. Listen, man, this is early in the game. I don't know. People like to talk. People like to speculate. People like to hypothesize about, oh, he's never getting out of jail. He's about to get this, that, and this, and that, and this, and that, and this, and that. Man, there's millions of dollars, billions of dollars here moving. And I know the government seizes assets and all that. It's just a matter of time because them lawyers got to get paid. And so it's just a matter of time for they negotiate terms to be able to get some of that money. I mean, his family has to be taken care of. All is like there's so listen, it's funny to me that people say he don't got no money when they offered $5 million for his bail. And even though it got turned down, right?
Well, he got money.
Right. Well, he seized it. Come on, like
bullshit.
You got money they don't know about. You got to separate the money. Some of the money he's gotten is legal. I don't his music money, whatever that is, whatever he owns.
All his money legal.
That's they're saying he ran a criminal enterprise. So there's this right here. I don't want people to think that this is just a celebrity thing or another celebrity in trouble. This right here is huge because what people need to be worried about is who and what Diddy actually knows. You can ask your boy Epstein about that, right? He didn't get to trial. He didn't even make it to trial, Kamar, and he was white.
Right.
So we're gonna see how this thing plays out.
Earlier, you just said that, like, people shouldn't jump to conclusions or whatever, but the difference with this part, with him going to jail and most people who we know, is this is federal. And federal, they usually build their case first and then they come get you. Like you see how they raided his house months ago? You know what I'm saying? And then they still waited and took their time. The feds build their case before they come get you. Now, the police, when average people go to jail, they build their case after they arrest them pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But when the feds come, they do their research. And I don't think it's looking good for them.
So let me clarify this. Let me clarify that statement. Shout out Scott Epicet. He said Dirty Diddy is going down, scratching my head. Jesse's in the chat room. He said they just turned down $53 million bail. He says, sorry, he said he's in ninth. Sorry, he said I'm on the phone and it keeps deleting my comments. Flesh said, facts, family. Epicet said he's the Black Epstein. Wow. He's the Black No, he's not. He's not the Black Epstein. Epstein was a financier. He's a money guy. More money ran through Epstein's hands than Puffy would ever see. Come on, man. Let's be realistic. And Epstein had Epstein Island. So let's not be quick to try to deflect. Oh, we're going to he's the Black Epstein. No, he's not. He's P. Diddy Combs is who he is.
Right. That's Diddy.
Right, he's not the Black Epstein.
Just Diddy.
Jesse said who is next? Jay-Z. Fletcher said this thing bigger than me. Like Nino Brown said, this thing bigger than Nino Brown. He said, and I'm saying it right here and now, Diddy did not kill himself. Thank you. That makes sense, Scott. We know that. We're just talking about you. And Scott's white, so you know how y'all get over. So you know how Epstein, he didn't make it. She did. Listen, what I was saying about that, though, is, okay, I think it's a fair assumption to say he's going to do some time, Kamar. When I say there's no telling what's going to happen is because there's this thing we have called the law. And if you're not a lawyer and if you don't understand litigation, in a lot of cases, you don't be knowing what the fuck you talking about. Not you specifically, but I'm saying people in general. So there's all kinds of maneuvering that goes on, even during a federal trial, in which lawyers sit down and say, okay, this, that, they make it so it's efficient. That's how you get shit running concurrent. That's how you get shit. Oh, he copped to this, he pled to this, and then ultimately it came down to this. And then there's also cooperation. You cannot tell me they don't value him as a informant, because he knows everything and everybody. So And I'll have to tell you this, Kamar, the state, even the city of Milwaukee, they don't just run up in you. There's an investigation before that too. You know what I'm saying? There's state police, there's all kinds, there's DEA, there's ATF. That investigation happens first too, just as the feds do. So it's not, they don't just, and the city is usually like on the tail end, like, okay, the ATF and the DEA done came in here and done this investigation. Now y'all gonna do the raid. So they do the same thing. They investigated before. I love the fact that
I
people.
mean, okay, you're right. They do investigate it a little before, depending on what the case is, right? Like in my case, when like years ago, the different drug raids that I was in, they had to do a little research first. You know what I mean, to know that we was even there. I
Yeah, it was
get
an
that,
investigation.
but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about as far as building the case. Like when the feds come get you, they done built the case already. You see what I'm saying? Now, like when I got arrested, they knew it was a dope house. They knew we was selling dope, but that's it.
So there
They
was
didn't
no
know, like the
indictment.
feds, they gonna tell you who all in this motherfucker. They gonna
Right.
tell you they mama names.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
now answer this for me. So you didn't get indicted, you got raided. There was no
Right,
indictment. They just so, but I
right.
mean, so
The indictment is different.
it's
The
different.
indictment, that
But
means they know what they're coming for.
the investigation is, I mean, it's on a smaller level because they're not feds, but
Right,
it's still investigation nonetheless. I mean,
right.
both
Yeah, that's what I
ways.
said. Like, you know what I mean? It just ain't, they just don't fine tooth it like the
Right.
feds. Like,
Ju-
I remember a while back, right? T-Buck had caught a Fed case and he had got a few years with the feds. And I remember when he got out, he was like, hey, boy, I'm gonna tell you something. These niggas, when they get out them feds, when when they go into court and they get out, they tell him. He said, man, as soon as I, right after I went to, right before sentencing, he said they showed him a movie about what's going on in the Fed joints and all that type of shit. He was like, man, and there's some horrific ass shit on there. And they letting you know, like, nigga, you better snitch. You better tell, nigga. Because this is what's going on. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, like, if you don't tell, what's a rap for it?
well,
And even still,
okay,
he gonna do sometime.
we'll get that's where I'm going with it. And so those are the variables about. Now, every time he speaks on someone, that knocks some time off of him. That's what I'm saying. Like people are, oh, this motherfucker finna get to that pit. It's like when this dude get done talking, he may go to camp fed and be somewhere in the witness protection program, and you never see the diddler again. You
Right. He
never
may
know.
get 10 years instead of
Right.
50.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
I'm
people
telling
need to
you,
people need to just
He
wait and
telling it. He
let
ain't
it
no
play out.
gangster.
I'm telling.
Juice Lady,
Exactly. I'm not.
He been
I'm
living,
not a gangster.
he been living a soft ass life for years. That nigga a snitch.
Juice Lady in the building. What up, Courtney? How you doing?
Hey y'all, are we talking about Diddy telling?
We
Yeah.
talking about the
Whoever
whole
telling, I
thing.
will be telling on niggas. Say, look,
Well,
with
first of all,
Jay-Z.
they're already saying that there's footage of these freak offs.
Oh,
First of all, and there's a laundry list of names of individuals, because if you know, like I know, that at one point Diddy's parties in the Hamptons were the biggest, especially for black celebrities. It was the biggest thing you do all year, and all the celebrities, all the big dogs was there. So it's like you don't know, and so one thing the feds do as well, Kamar, is as soon as they get you there, they say, look, we got you, but we don't really want you. We want your boss, right? And so
shit. Here.
they gonna leverage that shit to Diddy already. His lawyers is already saying, look, Mr. Combs is willing to cooperate if we make certain parameters, and
right.
it's already starting, right? Like, so you don't, people say, this motherfucker ain't never getting out.
But I feel like, of course, they have footage. I feel like anytime we watch, I'm into psychological thrillers. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you watch those and there's some crazy, freaky people, the one thing about it is crazy, freaky people always keep some type of evidence because they always want to relive the moment. They want to relive it. So it's always going to be something somewhere, a flash drive or something, because they want to relive it. They ain't doing it for nothing now.
I'm sure them feds got a bunch of footage about that house too.
Yeah,
that's what they said.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They said that.
They freaky ass want to watch it again. So
Scott says, I am realistic. He's a huge music finance. Listen, I'm not saying he's not in Epstein's class though, Scott. Come on. Like, he would, the people who Epstein dealt with, this is why he's dead. The people he dealt with are, and I don't believe necessary in Illuminati, what they call it,
Illuminati?
Mulatto Lani, what Illuminati? I'm fucking around. I don't believe in the way, because if we understood it, then it wouldn't be Illuminati.
Right.
But I do think there's a secret society of 1% rich people in this world, right? And so whatever that is, or whoever that is, Epstein was tied with them. I don't. No, it's just my personal opinion. I don't believe Diddy's on the level of Epstein, but this might be a discovery. Now, during this trial, we might say, God damn, Epstein was a Boy Scout. We don't know yet. We don't know. Jesse Parrish said, do you think he's going to drop dime on the industry like Nino Brown did? And black people eating that up. It's bigger than Nino Brown.
Hey, if it's a dime to be dropped.
Yeah, I think Diddy is
run, nigga, run.
He's on the level of rich black people that want to do wild shit like that. I feel like when I think of Epstein, I'm thinking of like Russians and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Diddy ain't up there with the Russians and shit.
The Yugoslavians and shit. He get money in
Diddy
Bucharest.
is on the lower level black people that would like to be there. So it's gonna be other celebrities around. I wonder, is Oprah like what level is she on?
But last night, me and my brother, we was talking about what if Obama's on there? Shit, where I said, man, we got to come up with some crazy scenarios of the celebrities that are potentially on this list. Paris is saying, hey, Juice Lady. He walked in the chat room. He said, Courtney, dinner on me Saturday or Sunday. Let me know.
I like these messages coming through. Yeah.
He walked
said, this day. This is all right.
Okay.
He coming to Milwaukee with a vengeance.
Wow. Love.
He got plans. He coming to Milwaukee with plans.
It's exciting and new.
Look, and I want some watermelon juice from Kamar after the date. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you take me some of that too.
Let's get a smoothie.
Yeah. She love that watermelon juice at the House of Vitality.
Some vitality as well.
That's that damn right Jill Scott. Let's take a long walk. Shit. You talking about shooting your shot? Ewok said, "Fuck this. I'm keying up from. I'm spotting up from the top of the key. I'm Steph Curry." Man, shit. What's dude name when he proposed to Alicia Rashad on the Ahmad Rashad? That's before Courtney time.
Yeah, you sound like when this happened.
Nah, it was. I think you wasn't born yet. My bad, I forgot.
Did she marry him?
Yeah, she did. Yeah,
that's why she's Alicia Rashad now, huh?
Yeah, she was. Yeah. That's Claire Huxtable. Yeah, it was crazy back in the day.
I gotta look that up. Sound like that was televised.
Yeah. Jesse Parrish says 1,000 bottles of baby oil. We can get into the baby oil in a minute. I don't know.
He might have been having, you know how they had them slip and slide.
He said run. Scott said run is right. Scott, I'm so glad you didn't say the rest of the word. I would have had to block the shit out of you. He said it wouldn't be the big O, it'd be his daughters at the party. No, he said it wouldn't be the big O, I'd be his daughters at the party. I think that's what he's saying. I don't know. Fucking illiterate. Ewok said he got what you want.
You don't even know what I want. What do I want, Ewok? I want you to type it in here for all of us to see. What is it that I want?
He said he got what you want.
I'm trying to see, do he really know what I want?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you're gonna tell him, so he can figure that out when y'all get to dinner.
No, he gonna type it in here because he said he know what I want. So I want to see, do he know in front of everybody, in front of the congregation.
I want, but okay. So it's a couple things here with the diddler, and that's why I call the show "Freak Nasty" because what's the line between being a freak and just being a fucking psycho sexual predator? Like so getting into shit where it's harmful to other people, like when you got to give people all these kinds of drugs and you need thousands of bottles of baby oil, and that means cats is getting really wrecked. Like dudes, women, every hole on your body is sore the next day.
See, I didn't even think about it like that. See, I just thought of like a slip and slide bounce house or something.
The nigga's a crackhead. He was doing crack.
I didn't hear that he was doing crack. Kamar, where did you get that from?
Wow.
Well, that drink they drink is liquid crack.
He was enjoying something called pink cocaine. I know because the white boy who was handling it for him got caught up.
Yeah.
But they were talking about ketamine. See, okay, I don't know if you all are familiar with the actor Matthew Perry, who was on Friends, and he overdosed last year. And there's a documentary right now on Hulu that talks about Hollywood's dark drug problem. Like they really have a situation with drugs now. And so, and he overdosed. So I guess they're attaching Diddy to if he had some dope and if you went to his party, it was some cocaine there. If you wanted to toot some or you wanted to pop a pill but then they're saying some people he forced to do it. So
ain't that how all the rich parties are? I'm just going on
his
movie.
son.
Oh, his son did say some shit, didn't he?
Yeah, his son does. One of his sons, does both of them have cases?
Well, I don't know about both. Well, they both got some kind of case. One of them, he was involved in some kind of murder.
Okay, and I know one is
they don't know if he really got something to do with. Like it's some serious shit. And then the other son, he facing a rape case with the girl, with the lady that was on the boat that his father that Diddy rented, right? And he slipped her some of that liquid cocaine.
Okay.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why she's suing him. She was touching on her leg and shit. She got him on record too. She told him like, you can't be touching me like that. Keep your hands to yourself and all that shit.
How many of y'all believe?
Have another drink, forcing the shit on.
How many of y'all believe this is just another conspiracy to bring down a rich black man? Like, how many of us out here are saying, man, and I'm gonna tell you why I said that, because I look at some of these incidents as incidental. Like, okay, you're trying to make it in the entertainment industry. You want to make connections. You get connected with Diddy. You think, okay, I'm gonna go get with Diddy so I can get on, right? And you go talk to me, say you got a record deal coming, you're gonna be a star. Just come to this party with me. And you go the first time, have a great time. This is the shit. I'm in Miami in this big ass mansion. I'm riding. Everything is top notch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months go by. Now you fully entrenched. You're choosing to show up at the party, and like was he holding anybody?
But are they though?
Cassie against their will.
Are they? Because they always say that Diddy have motherfuckers stalking you and watching you. I mean, so is it really me going against my will, or was it trying to get away and the nigga snatched me and threw me in the back of a limo? Like,
okay, now if it's
really is OC like that. Like,
okay.
With most of the stories that I've been hearing, it's been more of like a black male type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, if you want this, you got to do this. Now it's like, since you did this, hey, look, and then it turned into, since I got you to do this on camera, nigga, you really got to do what I say, or we letting the cat out the bag.
Extortion.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So if I got Denzel, what's his name? What's his name? Denzel Washington. Yeah, if I got him on camera banging out Wesley Snipes, and they can't remember because they was on ketamine, and I say, either one of you motherfuckers, you gonna do what I say, I'm sending this shit out. Then it becomes extortion. Okay, so okay.
Yeah.
Jesse said they said he had a female.
Hey, look,
a female accomplice. I don't know who. I seen that. I don't know who his female accomplice.
But he didn't deal with so many females.
And that's where the sex trafficking come in at. Like, you don't even have to get money. It could just be coercion of some sort. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't even got to get paid for it. You just trick a motherfucker into doing the shit.
He said you're getting lost in the freak. It was his video. It's his video collection that's gonna bury him. It depends on who's on the tapes.
Right, it's part of the freak. That's all freak offs, brother. It's just him and his personal freak offs.
They're called freak offs.
Right, all the freakiness is fucking them up. His personal freakiness, group freakiness, all the freak.
The base of this is sex.
Yes.
Like, okay, so if he's trafficking drugs, that's one thing. If he's trafficking women and like as a commodity, that's another thing. But the part of it where you're hiring escorts to come in and bang out other people while you video it and beat off, like this goes from like freak to perversion. And somebody might say, well, Kev, how you gonna tell somebody, right? Because look, don't we argue in this? Ain't the fight right now when we talk about rights for gay people based on their sexual preference?
Yeah.
Right. So if I'm having a gay party and it lasts 5 days and I got a bunch of lube and everybody was high and then that's okay. I don't know.
Did everybody get high on their own, or did I force them to get high?
Did the people were the people forced to get high at the parties? I'm asking these questions because as of this point, I don't know all the details. So if you're one of those people out there who has read the indictment already in its entirety, I feel free to inform me. I don't know all the details. He said, "Court, I only meant we was gonna chill, and I got you. Zero disrespect, bae." Damn. This
I
brother
didn't think
right
you
here.
disrespected me. I didn't think you did.
Shit. Oh, damn, Bay. He said.
Did it. Oh my gosh.
Dion said Diddy did his motherfucking thing. Scott said absolutely not. It's not just another case of trying to take down a black man. Dion said I don't believe that shit. He said
they
he
just
doesn't.
taking another black man down, huh, Dion?
Jesse said that's always a possibility, Kev.
They should go ask
in this
Sean.
situation, I feel like if you did something wrong, if you broke the law, you broke the law.
Right. No doubt. Right.
You know what I mean? That's the bottom line. If you did something that was foul, you did something that was foul. It ain't about taking you down because you black, nigga. You broke the law.
Oh, I'm okay.
You did some heinous shit.
An answer to my question.
They should go back and ask all the previous people though that were affiliated, because like didn't Shine get locked up because of something dealing with Diddy or something? You know, back when
that was a shooting. That's where the girl was shot in the face in the club, and they said that some dude threw money in Puffy's face and Shine. Yeah, but then there's now Shine is even insinuated that Diddy actually was the one who did the shooting, and he took the fall for it. You know,
exactly.
So that's always that's there.
There's a whole lot of stuff, man. I'm sure.
He said, yeah, that's what I said. When extortion comes into play, that's when you say, okay, now, look, if we all have a party and we all get geeked or whatever we're on, and we get butt naked and do whatever we do, touching and agreeing, and you was there, then you can't come to me the next day and be like, oh, Kev, you just extorted me, you just sex trafficked me. And I know a lot of those, like the one porn star was saying, yeah, well, he took me around and he introduced me to all these rich people and I was paid to have sex with him. You're a porn star.
No, Kev, but the extortion comes in where we didn't see all them cameras in the motherfucking corners, and then later you bust out the video like, oh yeah, this was you last
night. They said he was recording it himself, standing there tossing himself, and we had special lighting prepared. So how do you? I don't listen.
Never mind, then.
I don't know, Courtney.
I thought it was a sneak freaky video. Never mind.
Nah, this is a production. It was 5 days.
Well, yeah.
5 days. How do you have the energy? You must be on something to be able to just go 24 hours, 5 days in a row. When do you sleep? Lord have mercy.
They know waking back up.
They said it was putting IVs. He was had IV bags prepared, and people was like getting IVs so they could stay up. And shit is wild.
Yeah.
He said this is John Fletcher. He said he learned that from the people who were the masters at this. He just pissed somebody off. Said no, the base of this is extortion. Okay.
I thought he left the country like Russell Simmons. So when I heard he got arrested, I could have swore he was gone like Russell. I thought he had dipped out. Guess not.
He said it's not free. Go fuck for sake. What he said? This is white people cussing. I can never read white people cussing.
For fuck's sake, haven't read
right. For fuck's sake.
Right.
Read the 48. He telling me to read the 48 laws of laws.
48 laws of power. And this is still a freak off that he's having. It may be an extortion case, but
power extortion
based off of freak offs. God damn it.
So bad that it caught the eye of the FBI, says Jesse Parrish. Dion said motherfucker should have chilled when Kelly got popped off. It was too late. They said they've been watching him since 2009. Right. Dion said he need them pills that Puffy on. There you go. Even at my peak, I didn't have 5 days straight in me. I'm just going to go ahead and be honest.
No, I ain't going.
Young 22-year-old Mustang Kev didn't have 5 days straight in him. That wasn't going to happen. But this is the way Hollywood has, and rich people have always had freak off parties. This is what this has always been a thing with them. And so, but I guess what comes into it is when people start saying I was drugs and he kicked me in my ass one time because I didn't, do what he said. He threw an ashtray at me. Like, so him just being a general asshole is now, that's why I think a lot of this shit's going to get dismissed, because remember, there has to be character. Witnesses have to have a certain character. And so when you got somebody on here who's a convicted prostitute, who is a porn star, who has all these cases, that I don't think the jury would look at
that matters, Kev.
I think it matters.
I don't think so.
I don't think their career matters.
Make a choice. No.
Well, I think it matters because of Mark Furman in the OJ case. because everybody knew from the time Mark Furman opened his mouth, he was a fucking racist ass cop. So everything he said was discounted. The jury didn't buy it because I was like, this motherfucker's obviously a racist. So it does the character of your witnesses does matter. I think.
But I'm
So
saying
if somebody is a prostitute, they can't be sex trafficked.
Exactly.
Well, okay,
They
so
definitely can.
And then they're gonna get on there
they
crying.
can, but I'm saying if the contact is incidental, Kamar. So if you was just at work, you're a hooker, but you trying to say did he traffic you so you can get in on the lawsuit? If you got holes in your story,
Well,
you
no, we
will be
talking
exposed.
about the real. No, we talking about the real victims here.
Yeah, like
That
even
really
being
got
his
If
trapped.
you was a
girlfriend.
prostitute and somebody said you know where you can get some money at, fuck them. Okay. So just like the sex workers he was calling in, right? Can they now turn around, even though they got paid and came and did and say I was sex trafficked? You came, you got paid. That's what you came for.
Hey,
But
listen.
he made
If
Cassie
he
a
treated
sex
them
worker.
like he did Cassie, remember how Cassie
Right.
said he locked her in the house and shit? If he treated them like that, that's sex trafficking. It's sex trafficking, whether you're a prostitute or not. If you lock the motherfucker up, hold him, and then use coercion to get him to do sex, have sex. That's sex trafficking.
Cassie is, we know with Cassie, first of all, they settled out of court. That's admitted and that's abuse. That's domestic abuse.
So it's not
And
abuse to the other
Cassie was not a working employed sex worker who was there and paid and compensated to have sex with people.
Yes,
as a matter of
she
fact,
was.
what she said, what they said was
She
he was
said
paying
she was.
sex. No, he was paying sex workers to have sex with
He
her.
was paying
She was
for
never
her
a sex
life.
worker.
And
She was
he
never
paid
a sex
for her
worker.
lifestyle. In turn for her lifestyle, he made her have sex with other people, numerous men, numerous
She
bitches.
wasn't a sex worker. She
He
wasn't
turned
like
her
I
into
came here
one.
to. She was his girlfriend.
That he made a sex worker.
Oh man, I don't buy that.
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
So okay, so
Hoes
the way
call
you're
they
speaking
pimps
of it,
boy,
you
they
making it seem like
boyfriend, they
prostitutes
nigga.
can't get raped. You could be a prostitute and get raped. Like anything can happen. Just because you have this title don't mean that this shit don't apply to you.
If you, once again, like I said, I know everybody want to invent scenarios and shit, and everybody wants to be profound, but listen at what I said. Listen at my exact statement. If you were a prostitute and you were at work, meaning you came to work and your job was to go to the hotel.
You changed the
narrative. Let me finish what I'm saying. What I said exactly. I know what I said. I didn't. I said this verbatim.
You are right now.
You were a prostitute and you were at work and you went to the Diddy party and you got paid. You are a sex worker. You're there and you came, you got fucked, or you fucked somebody and you left. You can't come out and say, "Oh, I was there, so I got traffic." That's what I said. I didn't forget what I said. I know what I said. I did not forget. I didn't change nothing.
Charge, though.
I didn't change the narrative. I didn't change anything.
But we're talking about his charge.
I'm talking about how the lawyers are going to shoot holes in the testimony of a lot of these accusers. They're going to shoot holes in their testimony.
Or he wouldn't be arrested.
We're gonna see.
Get raped all the time.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see if they do it. We're gonna see because everybody gonna watch this trial.
Like just because I came over and I was a prostitute today, don't mean I came over as a prostitute tomorrow. I might have came over as a prostitute.
If you got paid, I
may have been a prostitute today.
I got a caller. Hold on. I got a caller.
Today.
This should be very interesting.
But if I
y'all got this motherfucker juking. None y'all got this motherfucker juking. Hey, Kim, I agree with the panel though. Because that's just like, remember that one time we was talking and we was like, you was like, motherfucker, like say if I'm going to sell you a phone and a baby, right? And we agreed upon it. I bring you the drugs, you give me the money, but then you turn around and rob me. I go tell the police, look, you robbed me. I was taking this man for cocaine. This is how much the cocaine. Like, so even if they was going there to sell some pussy and they reneged on the offer, I know you know plenty niggas that probably adopted the raped her.
I know a lot of niggas, but I don't know what you said at the end of that sentence. Your shit went out.
We're saying that on
what I broke up or something?
Yeah, you broke up. Yeah. I didn't hear the last part of your
story. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they like like I know niggas that got booked because they gave a hype a dummy or took the dope back from the bitch or whatever. So if the woman was going there to sell some pussy to be a sex worker, and she turns around and said that he raped her or did bullshit that wasn't involved in the plans, he could be charged for that shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like no bullshit, no Diddy, as you say. You know what I'm saying?
If I come over to fuck one nigga, maybe even two niggas.
Once again, if you've ever watched a trial, if you've ever watched a major trial, if you've ever watched a major trial, the witness character, just like right now with the Young Thug trial, The dude YSL Woody, he's so compromised as a witness. He ain't no telling what the jury right now is looking at him like we can't take this dude serious.
Different situation.
He's well, no, it's how court plays out, especially on a trial of this magnitude. It matters who you put on the stand. Why you think lawyers say no? We don't want you to testify on your own behalf sometimes, because you get up there and get fucked up in a cross-examination.
Hey, Kev, these feds got witnesses. They got people with the stories telling them how they were sex trafficked.
Exactly.
He has lawyers. He has representation.
He got off the subject. He got off the subject when we start talking about if you're a prostitute.
He's going to get represented in court, and his lawyers are going to do a good job of shooting holes because it's innocent until proven guilty. And now in the court, in the public opinion, yeah, we all saying, oh, this motherfucker should go to jail. There will be legal maneuvering in this trial. I guarantee you. It ain't open this trial.
I don't think he should go to jail, though.
You don't think he should go to jail?
Nah, I don't be liking that shit though. When motherfuckers be knowing what they getting into, you know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers have heard stories about him. It ain't like no motherfucker went in there blind. Somebody probably pulled a motherfucker coattail. Like, dude be on bullshit. He be whooping hoes, putting dildos all in your ass, hot combs and shit. But the motherfucker was like, man, that's Diddy. I want to be in the limelight. That's why I don't like that Me Too shit.
So you just disagree with me to agree with me. That's what I was just saying. You knew what you was doing. You knew the job was.
Yeah.
What do we call it? Occupational hazard?
Everybody don't always know, man.
We ain't talking about. We talking about regular people.
Who don't know about Diddy in 2024?
People don't. I bet you Young Miami didn't think she was gonna be getting pissed on. I'm sure she didn't. She thought she was just gonna. Like, I had a homegirl that loved Diddy, and she didn't think none of this shit. I bet she would have went with Diddy just like Young Miami, and then all this shit would start happening. She would have like, oh shit. She thought Diddy was a guy. A lot of people do. So
when the feds,
so they know about him.
No,
the feds case is ironclad.
Yeah,
Irv Gotti beat him.
I don't know nobody that. I don't know too many people that beat the feds. I don't know nobody personally.
Gotti did. I agree with you. Gotti did.
Irv Gotti beat him.
We already know.
I said personally.
When the feds get you, that's a 99.9.
I don't know too many niggas personally who had fed charges. Most of the niggas I know had state cases.
And most niggas with fed charges be locked up.
I know a couple, but I don't know. I ain't gonna say, oh, my homies. No, I know. I've made some.
I'm just saying, when the feds get you, dog, they got their case, Kev. I'm telling you.
The more money you got, the better defense you're gonna have.
Now it's about him snitching.
Hold on, let me catch this chat room up.
That's why
Jesse Perez says, he said, LOL, not 5 days, maybe 2 to 3. You had 2 to 3 days straight in you? You's a motherfucker, Jesse. Scott said, difference between him and Hugh Hefner is that Hugh didn't use it against anyone. Yeah, he didn't have to. They knew about his vault. Where that vault at anyways? Come on, man. Yeah, he would have if he needed to. He said, yep, fuck Mark Furman. Shabaka can tell you all about it. He said, if the prostitute is being pimped, yes, if she's independent, no. So he understands what I'm saying. If the prostitute's being pimped and there's somebody saying, get your ass in there and get that money. But if she said no, I know, like we said, we know this is a Diddy party. They're infamous. They've been infamous for 20 years.
What has happened. You keep speaking.
Hiring a sex worker is different from sex trafficking. Yeah, he hired sex workers. That ain't illegal.
Jesse,
we talking about sex trafficking.
And even if they were workers, if you under 18,
parameters of sex trafficking, what makes sex trafficking sex trafficking?
So they got to have dirt on him and plenty of witnesses if they put a case on him. Roger Zeldine, shout out to Westside. Westside, I don't know what you said. What did he say? Fuck this. What did he say? Fuck the semantics. Abuse is abuse. Damn, I'm surprised I was able to actually read that. Y'all see this shit?
I am. Look, because I didn't get it.
I'm getting better at this shit. I'm getting better. Jesse said, now are the witnesses credible? God damn it. That's what I just
said. Now they're going to bust out with some teenagers on y'all ass.
Well, I just said, are the witnesses credible?
You know, and that's gonna be the thing. It probably was sex workers, but I bet they was underage.
Again,
teenagers.
The feds wouldn't be going if the witnesses wasn't credible.
Exactly.
Dion, you with us?
E-Walk right here, man.
Okay, E-Walk, what's going on? How you doing?
And look here, man. This damn thing is so big that it's gonna be 2030 before this motherfucker can get figured out and shit. Because it's hundreds and hundreds of people coming out the woodwork like cockroaches and shit. Some motherfuckers want some money. Some motherfuckers want to. Some people telling the truth. Some people want to save their own ass. So you know what I'm saying? How do you decipher through all of this mess? This is a a black widow spider. A black widow make the ugliest spider web in the world. You know, so now, if you didn't know that, watch the History Channel or the Nature Channel. But
Okay.
I tell you what, man, God damn, you can dig up 10 Johnny Cochran's and clone them like Tyrone. Puffy ass going directly to fuck the jail, Kev. I know you trying to say that the system still got to be the system.
I never said he wasn't going to jail, though. I never said he wasn't going to jail. I never said that.
I heard you say that earlier. You said you said that, but it still has to play out. So as it plays out, yeah, a whole lot of this shit gonna get dismissed. They're gonna be like, nah, fuck that.
That's my point.
Is not credible.
That's my point.
Yeah, this person is not credible. They're gonna weed out the motherfucking roaches and shit.
That's my point.
They're gonna weed out the roaches, but guess what? It's still gonna be a whole lot of shit left. There's gonna be some more shit left, and then that's why even 10 Johnny Cochran's can't save this man.
Okay, it's a miracle.
I'm gonna join the lawsuit in a minute and say, yeah, Diddy have
why not?
Parties.
See how easy it is? That's what I'm saying. Courtney, there's literally going to be people who do that. There's literally going to be people who say, I seen him in the club when I got fucked that night. You know what? Puffy got me too. Like, this shit is going to be crazy.
I seen him in the club. He invited me back.
It's going to be 2030 before this shit over with. Man. No bullshit.
Roger said, dope and fools, not pimping. Okay. He said it's day one. Shout out to Jesse, said facts Dion. ENC Jordan, what it do, man? He said y'all smoking like a motherfucker, LOL. I'm not smoking. I'm not. Do you see any apparatus in my hand? Kevin love the children. Outlaw Radio is for the children. You don't see any drugs or any alcoholic paraphernalia in my environment, right?
Nope.
Hey, Kev, I'm finna get out of here, bro. Make sure Courtney know how to get in touch with me, man, because I'm serious about being in the mill, and I'm out.
Well, she just heard you, so I don't think I have to pass any more messages.
Yeah, I'm just talking about to get in touch with her.
Okay, she's there. Can you see her?
I'm here.
Okay.
Is he gone?
Hey, a mission accomplished, man. Operation LOVE is in effect, right? Now y'all make sure when y'all get married, we can put the wedding in the People's News Network. That'll be the wedding of the year.
My damn nerves.
Shabaka said Diddy belongs in jail. I'm not. People listen to the show. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, P Diddy done fucked. We all watched the Cassie video. I am in no shape, form, or fashion trying to defend or justify him, but my understanding of how the law works and legal proceedings, and especially big-time trials like this one, where there's lots of money involved, these $1 million lawyers get millions of dollars for a reason.
Yeah.
A top-notch defense attorney will pull some out of his ass. So what can be the difference? It could be the difference between him doing 50 and getting sentenced to 25. So it could just be that. I'm not saying the people don't deserve justice. I'm not saying somebody didn't get, 5 days of drugs and sex. Somebody got abused.
Kev, everybody coming back. They finna bring everybody back from making the bands. Remember all them people on them from making the
bands? They already coming out. And they just mad because their record didn't sell.
A couple of years ago, they was talking about how he was trying to pimp out the Danny Kane.
Motherfuckers been years on him.
People been talking about Puffy.
Been dropping dimes on Diddy, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember a while ago, Freddie from making the band.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers was saying he tripping, he going crazy, he tripping. He was on YouTube crying and shit, talking about the shit Diddy did to him.
Ooh, they finna all them niggas. I'm gonna watch that.
It's a bunch of motherfuckers, man. They gotta discredit a bunch of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They're gonna try. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do it, but that's their job to try. They're gonna try. That's what the fuck they get paid for.
Yeah,
it's crazy. They gonna try. I want to go. I'm gonna look up who are the top defense lawyers right now. Because I don't know that type of stuff right now. But I think I want to see who are.
You gonna find out during this trial. You gonna find out during this trial. It's gonna be some Jews involved. There's gonna be some Jews involved in this shit. Attorney Weinstein.
Yeah.
Attorney Goldstein.
Because who does Young Thug have? I need to look into that person. That guy.
Dominance, it's cool. He said dominance, it's cool. Yep, occupational hazard. That's what Jesse. Damn, how can I be so far behind y'all? We just started. Jesse's agreeing with Kamar.
I really don't think that they talking. I don't know though, but I don't think they talking about sex workers.
Roger Zeladon, he said dominance isn't cool. Chewbacca said, "Oh shit, Hollywood is an accident waiting to happen. That goddamn place is hell on earth." And he's from L.A. Zell's what side? What you drinking? He said, all fucking. All fuckery. Why is he typing in hieroglyphics? I talked to him all. He don't even talk like that. I'm confused. Is this your Latino side coming out?
This is what.
No, Zeladon is Nicaraguan, so he might just be, back in South America tonight. I don't know, by way of Villard and shit.
You Hefner fucked up in the head as well.
Yo, Hugh Hefner was a sick old perv, man. What's your man's who did Hustler magazine? He was a sicko. What about Larry Flint? Like, it's this money and freak offs go hand in hand.
They do.
That's why a lot of people are gonna be in trouble, because if you have been a celebrity living that life, that lifestyle for a long time, you either own a tape or your name is on a list somewhere. We got TD Jakes right now. This is the big one. and I've heard this question asked, and all y'all church folks out there, please let me know how you feel.
They didn't got TD Jakes?
Well, TD Jakes was supposedly at one point Puffy's spiritual advisor. So TD Jakes was at the parties.
He might be trying to save the soul for real. Diddy just ain't right now.
Now, is this a case of the donations that Diddy was giving him? So he's like, I'm going to look past all this craziness you do because, man, you keep that check coming. Because if that's the case, then that's a violation that he's committed as a leader, right, to his congregation.
That's right.
So, but if he wasn't there, if that wasn't it, and he said I was trying to save his soul, but you were there consistently. They have him singing "Happy Birthday" at the all-white party. You say, "Oh, Puffy is 9, I gotta go," but you'll be back next year. You left every year at 9, Brother Jakes. I'm asking because I don't know. I'm not making any assumptions. Yeah. What was the right rep doing there, man? What's the bishop doing there, man? Scott says the difference is force. Ian said, leave the sex workers alone. Free Diddy, psych. Chewbacca says sex trafficking is hoes on wheels. Damn. Hoes on wheels. Man. Oh, man.
Probably shouldn't be talking about the victims like that, though.
Instead of dominoes, it's diamond hoes. Okay, that was a bad joke. I tried. Diddy thought he was untouchable. Fuck Diddy, Hollywood, and the whole goddamn city of Los Angeles. He said Diddy's crib is already up for sale. Diddy's gonna fall in New York. Then California is gonna get his ass as well. He said Gloria Allred is gonna get his ass as well. Diddy forgot he was a nigga. Damn. See, I just asked that question. How much does his race play into this? Is the blackness? I'm not saying it is. I'm asking the question. How much of it we're gonna get this nigga? They get like that, and you get a little bit of money. Jesse says, "Am I still part of the People's News Network?" He said, "I haven't been able to post for months." I've been trying. Go ahead, Kamar. I'm finna ask.
I was gonna say, I think he may have thought like that, but he just got loose with it. Not that he, you know what I mean? Not that he didn't really think they couldn't touch him, but he just got loose with his game.
Yeah, the nigga.
You know what I mean? With his whole operation, it got loose. He on drugs and shit. You know what I mean? Partying all the time. He fucked up in the head. You gonna get loose eventually, and this shit just fell apart.
Dion, I know you on. What's cracking?
I know. I had to call back real quick before I'm gonna get close to the. I'm coming from Oshkosh. But you know what I don't like though, Kevin? I want you to listen to me because I'm gonna hang up and I'm gonna listen to the podcast after what I say. I don't like that niggas. Anytime one of our black people do something, we would turn against they black ass. Woo! We'd turn against they black ass. Do you hear me? I've been right now. If every nigga, African American, let me use that. If every colored person in the United States of America was asked Sean Diddy Combs guilty of sex trafficking, we gonna vote unanimous on that shit. But we can't agree to put this motherfucker in the White House. But you feel what I'm saying though? I hate that shit. You know, I don't think he did it. I don't think Kelly did it. Like I said, I don't give a fuck because you know what? Donald Trump did so much rogus ass shit. You can't get niggas to be like, well, he did say he was gonna grab him by the pussy, but you still gonna vote for him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that about black people, man. Anytime somebody black do something, we would throw their black ass under the bus quick. But a white motherfucker, they gonna stand right now. You can't get nobody to say Jeffrey. They have forgot about Jeffrey Epstein. You know what I'm saying? And they denied him bail too. They have forgot about Harvey Weinstein. But right now, man, listen, I'm gonna hang up and listen to this shit. I'm gonna call my gal back because I was trying to get her to bust that motherfucker open for me though on camera while I'm driving down the road. But I'm gonna call y'all back.
All right. That's trafficking. You better be careful.
If Dion perishes in the accident, we know why. We know what he was looking at and why he crashed. We know why.
He crashed. They're literally crashing out. Right? Literally crashing out. Look. What he's saying. I don't know. I'm like Kamar. I have to side with me and Kamar have our, we have our disagreements, but I'm not too far away from him on if you did something wrong, right? So if you have, say you have 100 charges against you, you got all these counts. If you did one of them, you deserve to go to jail. I want to put that out there. So for what he did to Cassie alone, he should be given some time, right? That's just the one we saw, right? And so of course, a lot of other people got extorted, they got abused, they got, it's been how long he's been famous? Almost 40 years.
Yeah.
He's been wealthy for 30 plus, So yeah, I mean, of course he's Caligula. He lost his mind. he's island of what do you say, Sodom and Gomorrah, right? He's that. He said he'll be okay. So let me check the line for you, Shabaka. Ian said this nigga Traffic acts people. He's a boxer on Cassie. This nigga, y'all killing me with these comments tonight. This nigga Traffic acts.
I think it's AKs. This nigga Traffic AK. This nigga Traffic's AKs. People. Okay. He a boxer on Cassie. This nigga rap like a Christmas gift. Stick a fork in him.
He said hashtag did he do it?
I think if black folks are egregious against black people, we should turn on them. We should be turning on them. If they egregious to us, if they shitting on our people, doing our people wrong, like in this case, sex trafficking and all that type of shit, that shit's foul. You know what I mean? Like we should turn on these motherfuckers.
As long as it goes both ways, Kamar. As long as we don't get the white dudes a break. Like Hugh Hefner got a break.
Because exactly. No doubt. Right. But it just go. What I'm saying, it go right away with lock their ass up. If you doing our people foul, lock their ass up.
Said after he's dealt with in New York, California is going to really fry his ass severely. He said, I doubt anyone got abused. This is a federal extortion case. It's not just extortion though, Scott. There's drug trafficking, there's sex trafficking, there's assault, there's arson. It ain't just extortion. Why you keep saying it's not just extortion? That's just one, but he has a RICO Act. There's a RICO Act. He's charged with a RICO Act.
Yeah.
Larry Flint.
So you get what I'm saying? Like they got him.
Yeah, Larry Flint did get shot though. He did take a bullet.
That RICO shit, the motherfuckers got him. And it's a rap for dude, man.
He said Puffy need 19 F. Lee Baileys. I thought F. Lee Bailey lost. TD Jakes, the power bottom. Wow, he called him the power bottom.
Damn.
TD Jakes, aka power bottom. Is that what they calling him now? I want to hear what TD Jakes has to say. I really do. I like to hear what his, because I'm always, he's a man of the cloth. I'm always gonna get that respect up. Let's see what he got to say and defend himself. Jesse says, the man act. He said, yeah, Kamar, he got sloppy with it. Kobe Lloyd, what it do, big homie? How you doing, man? Long time no see. One of my good partners from Capitol Drive. CAPTIOL, right? Ain't that how you spell it? CAPITOL. I misspelled it. So the record.
How about all the videos where the niggas start apologizing and all that shit?
Said the racketeering charge is the hardest charge he has to face. Conspiracy is a charge to be followed by a plea deal. Okay. What was you saying, Kamar?
The videos where he apologizing and shit. You know what I mean? Like, dog, you really did that shit to Cassie. That's a case right there.
Except for that, she already settled out of court, so I don't even know if her testimony will even be accepted. She's already signed legal agreements. I think hers was the statute of limitations was up on hers too.
I trust that they can. I believe that I don't trust, but I believe they can use it. Just like they tell us, juvenile shit can't come up in court when you an adult. but yet they still can do this shit.
Like,
I don't know, man.
The
I think
statute of
they can use
limitations was up. That's why he didn't get charged.
See, listen, like, well, okay, when they deliberating, when they going through the trial and all that type of shit, you know, the lawyers can bring that up. Because now you're talking about the character of this guy. You know what I'm saying? You proving the character of this guy.
They can refer to it, but I think any good defense lawyer will say.
So even just referring to it.
Limitations was up. That's not what he's on trial for. Like I think
that's what a lawyer does. I ain't listen. I ain't saying for that. I'm saying they can bring that up to talk about his character and the shit that he be doing for the other shit.
They can.
You see what I'm saying?
And
so they still can bring that up.
From the record.
And then if you got a jury, the jury still gonna hear it. Whether they say it's no good in the courtroom or not, the jury still hear it.
The jury done seen that shit by now. If you ain't seen that shit, where was you at?
But I'm just saying, when they deliberating and shit, you know what I mean? At that point, when they deliberating, they can't tell them like you can't talk about it because the shit's out in the open already.
Have you ever done jury? Have you ever done jury duty before?
It's in the back of your mind, no matter what. You're gonna think about it, even if it's not said. You're gonna remember seeing that shit. Like, damn, I remember that nigga did beat that bitch up, even though she ain't here. Like, you know, being a juror, just because you can't say it, don't mean the motherfucker ain't thinking about it. You know, so.
Right. See, they want to paint. They want to paint him out to be a monster.
They can say it all they want, but the point is, he wasn't charged with it. I mean, this is lawyers.
I ain't saying that.
Lawyers,
when you in court, they often try to prove your character, prove the type of person you are, and they use all this extra shit for that. I ain't saying they're gonna charge him with it.
It's funny how people.
I'm saying they use that. Like even when I went to court, dig this. When I went to court, when I went to prison, right, and they was going through the shit, we going through the courts, and then they start talking about. Okay, I'm in jail. I'm getting charged for dope, selling the police some dope and possession, right? But they in court talking about drug raids that I was involved in. They bringing up all the different guns I done been around and shit. You see what I'm saying? So what they do is they paint a picture. Okay. You know what I mean? I ain't saying they're gonna charge him because see, they couldn't charge me with them guns that was caught up in the spots. You know what I mean? We beat that shit. Nobody do nothing about it. Nobody said nothing. So they couldn't charge me with it, but they could use that in court to paint a picture of me in front of the jury.
It's funny. People want the law to be emotional.
The jury in my mind, I'm like, damn.
People want the law to be emotional. It's not emotional. Like we all know this dude is a piece of shit, right? Like it's gonna be hard, and that's what's gonna be the hardest part too in jury selection, in finding like unbiased jurors.
Ooh, it's gonna be white folks.
But they gotta know about this shit.
It's gonna be some white folks, and they don't fuck with niggas. Ooh,
yeah, we seen that with Bill Cosby. He said we seen that with Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. The Diddy did that bullshit. I don't think anybody's doubting that Diddy did any of this shit. I just know that there's some hanger-ons. Like there's some people who literally are jumping down because it's a financial pratfall. That's why I don't want them to dilute the real victims, because I want the real victims to get justice. But like I said, certain people, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. You knew what you was doing. You cannot tell me in 2020 or 2018 that you were not aware, especially if you in that life and you're in that circle, you knew exactly what you were doing. You cannot say, come on, man. Like you said, over 3 years. Well, you did this shit for 3 years? After the first one, I'd have been like, nah, man. Because once everybody get high and go to sleep, I'm out. Like I'm a fake, like I'm geeked and I'm
this
gone.
Ain't that type of party, Kev. You can't be out. Hell no, not at Diddy house, nigga. The shit is locked up around. You ain't getting out. So I let y'all out. What?
They was in hotel rooms around the country.
Hey, look, I want to use Meek Mill as an example. Right? He wasn't I ain't saying that he one of the cases either. I'm just using it as an example. Like he ain't no sex worker, right? But he go to Diddy party. Did he go to tell him the shit that he can do for him? You know what I mean? I could do this for you. I could do that for you, but I'm going to need you to do this, this, and that. That's the coercion right there.
Well, that's a business. That's a proposition. He can't be mad.
Sex. But listen. It ain't business if it's sex. That's an illegal business.
If I give
It's
you
an
a
illegal
job,
business. This is an illegal business. I need you to do this, perform these sex acts. And in return, I'm gonna do this for you.
but that's how all sex
That's
works.
coercion
Who
for
out here having
sex.
sex
That's
for free?
illegal. That's
All of
illegal.
all our relationships are illegal.
If it's coercion, it's illegal.
All
Hopefully
of them
they
is
don't tell
illegal.
on you. Hopefully they don't charge you.
If that man, you doing a homosexual act with Puffy, you saying, okay, I agree to this, then that means he didn't force you, he didn't coerce you. He offered you a deal and said, hey, you can get this, but you had the choice to say, nah, Puff, I'm not doing that. Hold on now. I've never in my life used Skype. Why am I getting notifications from Skype? Jesse Perry said Vince McMahon. Oh, Vince McMahon was a sicko with the doo-doo. With the doo-doo, with the girl who, and Vince, see, we ain't talk too much about Vince. Vince had the young girl he had the lady for years who was his personal, and he would get in meetings with other executives and he would make her have sex with them. They would defecate on her, pee on her. She did this for years for Vince McMahon.
Rich people are so wow. What the I don't want to shit on nobody.
Vince ain't been charged. He got sued. He settled out of court. Big money, right? So I'm telling you, man, this shit, money will get you out of a lot of shit. I'm not saying money gonna get Puffy out of this, but his representation, his legal representation gonna be better than the goddamn DA. I can tell you that much.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, they gonna be the shit.
Yeah, he ain't gonna have no public defender. So y'all forgive me while I'm going through my cameras. I'm having this glitch that I've been having these past few weeks. I don't know what the hell is going on. I've updated everything. I don't know why I'm having these latency problems. It's disgusting to me. I can't stand it. I can't do a show with it because I'm looking at myself and I'm like, why do I look like a kung fu man? So, but yeah, y'all call in. Let me know how y'all feel, man. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Everybody has feelings. We're emotionally charged about this whole Puffy thing, man, because people feel some kind of way, right? But like I said, a lot of people, the problem is they don't know the law. I hate to hear people talk about the law that don't know the law, and it's all conjuncture. Let me see. He said, "OMG, Dion." Shabaka said Weinstein's gonna fall in California if he live. Kobe said Diddy sued Ciroc. This is the ramifications of his lawsuit.
Don't say that, Kev. I was gonna say, who the fuck did he piss off that this is happening to him? But I couldn't think of who he could have pissed off or who he wasn't listening to. Used to be some shit like that. And that could be it. There we go.
Brittany, are you cooking like Polish sausages or something? What's going on? I'm here.
I got a steak in my cast iron skillet and I just threw some broccolini in there. Why you all on my grill? Why gotta be saucy?
We can all hear it. What do you mean?
It's sizzling.
It's sizzling, right? We can all hear it. Why are you in my business? Because it's like,
my bad, y'all. Make a little steak, little
I'm over here hungry as a motherfucker. Like, who frying meat and shit? Kamar pissed off. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Remember, he sued the tequila company too, racist discrimination. He was in some legal ramifications with the clothing people. I think he went back and took Sean John back. So they threw it out there and said he was finna buy MTV and BET. I said, come on, y'all stop it with that shit. Stop it. He said, I love Juice Lady. She's my interpreter. The competition getting hot. Ernest, you got some competition over here. Hashtag first them. Ewok said F. Lee Bailey was a #1 lawyer. I know who F. Lee. I know who he was. I thought he was on the other side. My bad. Damn. Johnny was his #2. Okay. I thank you for telling me. I didn't know. So they already pled not guilty to all the charges today. Ian Jordan, he says she allegedly has been working with the feds for months now. I'm referring to Cassie. She's informing. Jeff Crape said this motherfucking outlaws. Y'all share the show. He said Bailey's dead. Okay. Let me see. He said Juice Lady burning something. Oh shit. He said you burning your meat.
Hold on now.
Burning some spam. Burning some spam and asparagus. He said they've taken everything he acquired since 2013. Yeah, they've seized, and that's kind of like the status quo for when you get any kind of federal indictment that you're assets are seized. Correct? If I've never been fighting the Fed, so a lot of this for me is I don't know their exact procedures. I know the partners who I've talked to that have dealt with the Feds. I don't want to go into their business or what they told me, how they was prosecuted. There's definitely a difference in how they move because they're the federal government. Yeah, they gonna have some leeway other people don't have. JC Terry, what up, Rock? How you doing, man? Hope you're feeling good. Shout out to you. Shout out to Rock, man.
What
Shout
up,
out
Rock?
to Rock. He said I'm out. Let me see. I'm out later. Fuck Diddy, fuck Epstein, fuck Hollywood. Los Angeles will love you to death. That's Shabaka in the chat room.
Shabaka.
Yeah, he was trying to call. That's my fault, y'all, because I was reading the chat room. I can't do 15 things at once. So sometimes,
Come on
shit
now,
gets,
I know. Super Negro around here.
Right. Everybody can't do a podcast and cook steak like you at the same time, Courtney. I'm sorry.
We can't make a steak as well now.
We all can't multitask. I don't know if y'all seen the Kamala's up in the polls now. They say she's taking off on Trump.
Oh.
I know that pisses people off.
Hey, I got one. Hey, what if they sweating Diddy and they really getting at all that sex trafficking shit because of Kamala? Maybe Kamala's about to be president, who they feel like, and this shit finna set a bunch of shit off. Like a bunch of niggas finna catch hell.
I think a bunch of people finna catch hell anyways because everybody can. It's like a lot of implications here. Kamar, what we used to always say, you may not have committed the crime, but if you was there and you was down with it, you're complicit, right? And your complicitness is your guilt. And so, yeah, there's some high-powered people who are going to be exposed. I, like everybody else, am waiting to see because supposedly we were going to get this information from the Epstein joint. Remember, because they had Ghislaine Maxwell and we was like, oh, she supposedly had this book and people was going to get put on for big money, silence that. So I'm waiting. Now I want to see. I keep in my head, I'm calling it already the Diddy Diaries.
Oh, somebody working on a special right now. Whoever just did that, Aaron Hernandez, I saw that they're working on like a Diddy series right now.
Yeah, it's a couple in Hulu now, The Fall of Diddy, and then there's two up already. She said, good evening, my Outlaw family. Let's make it do what it do. Shout out to Mama Jenkins. She says, if you need some oil, get some of Diddy's. He got 100. Yeah, my wife said 1,000 cases. I said, no, hold on, baby. It was 1,000 bottles. She's like, no, it was 1,000 cases. I'm like, it's probably impossible to get 1,000 cases of baby oil. Like, could you do that? Is that possible? Said, call back, Shabaka. Absolutely. Look, once again, I'm playing the piano and singing at the same time. He said, up in what polls? Every poll I've seen has the dump up, especially in the swing states. Well, Wisconsin is a swing state, and the Marquette poll put her up here. So I don't know if I just looked at it today. That's why I said, okay, she's surging ahead in the polls. She was ahead in the polls right after the debate here, and this is a swing state. So guilt by association. Said, LOL, the diary, surviving Diddy. Absolutely. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. You know what? I don't trust the polls necessarily, but I once again, I'm hoping that the love for Trump is subsiding, especially amongst us. I just feel like we black people the love for Trump from us has surprised me because we all thought this was pretty simple. We all thought like, well, this is open and shut, like anybody but Trump. But I was surprised at the fact that a lot of black people actually revere Trump. Like they feel like he's the best option for us. And so I'm hoping that this is a good thing that he's behind. And once again, before you start jumping out your drawers and getting your panties in a bunch, I'm not a Kamala fan. I am not a Trump fan, but I like Trump less than I like Kamala. So there that is. Said they had He said they had Hillary up in 2016 too. That's why I just said I don't necessarily trust the polls, but I like to see that some indicators are in place on how we're feeling, where we moving. Because what we got about a month now, and a half.
So are we finna make this the debate now? Like who's up in the polls? Is that the debate? Like,
I mean, I guess
if you don't want Trump to win, shouldn't we be happy that Kamala is up in the polls?
I thought that was my point. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't
clear.
What I
mean? I mean, either way it go. If you don't like neither one of them, you're gonna be upset. Either way it go. Why feed that? Why feed that energy?
Either way it go, you
came out so fire. Oh my gosh.
We can tell. We can tell.
This is incredible. I mean, like I said, in the cast iron skill, the broccolini still in there. Wow.
Okay, well, gold star for Courtney.
Thank you.
Y'all seen Boomerang before when she said gold star for Marcus? That's my favorite movie. He said, I told you already. I told you we already did the only one by Trump think back in 2020. Ian said, unfortunately, when it comes to the economy, the border and national security, Trump is leading. But in the S-Post poll, she's leading. Let's be very clear. A lot of these house niggas are being used to gain support for Trump. Ooh. He said, I don't want either one to win. However, the way the Electoral College is set up, it looks like Dump gonna take it.
Hey, maybe that's what Cornel West doing.
Damn, I ain't heard nobody say that name in a minute.
I'm just saying. Maybe that's his job to do.
Yeah, Yep. This has been fun though. I think after all this is said and done, whoever wins for me, I'm gonna look back at this as a really fun time because I've never seen my people this politically mobilized. And sometimes they know what they're talking about, sometimes they don't. And sometimes it's super biased, and personal feelings are in effect when it comes to this election, y'all. I think another thing that's coming out of this is a lot of xenophobia. Jesse says, I read that. So I'm all caught up with the chat room. So I can work the phone now. I think that the xenophobia is what's big now because y'all don't realize how serious this cat dog thing has been. Like people are actually like the Haitians in Ohio are being harassed because of this. And I'm pretty sure people like immigrants in this country are being harassed all over the country right now because it is becoming cool to start shitting on them. And so that contributes to the xenophobia. If you want to come to, I feel like this, if you're going to come to this country, I feel like you should have to go through the legal procedures to be a citizen. If you are a illegal alien, and I feel like you should be a law-abiding citizen so you won't get caught, right? And I do want to say rest in peace to my cousin who was murdered by the police in New Orleans, Louisiana. I neglected to say that in the beginning of the show, which is asinine on my part. And I don't want to share the article, but this was a big serious issue where it was a standoff and my cousin was murdered by the police. The SWAT team in Louisiana, in New Orleans. So rest in peace to Stephen Pfeiffer, man. And prayers and condolences to the Pfeiffer family. Like I said, I'm salty with myself because I didn't say that in the beginning. I should have said it. So the next few shows I'll put up, make sure we do some rest in peace stuff for Cuz and if you don't know, one of the supporters of my show is Mariah Johnson and my cousin Carl Pfeiffer. That is their brother. So when I say this was family, this was really family. It ain't like, oh, that's my cousin and he really ain't. This is really bloodline. So yeah, rest in peace to my cuz, man. Rest in peace. Cool dude, smooth dude. For a while, he older than me, but well respected in the community. Shout out to all the people who's showing love. Yesterday on Facebook, people were just pouring out love and condolences because cuz was well known and well respected in the city. And it's unfortunate, man. Death is when Pac said, "I see death around the corner," man. you don't never know where it's coming from, right? And people really be dealing with some situations, man. Like it's easy for us to sit on a podcast and talk and give our opinions, but people really out here dealing with shit. You know what I'm saying? And these situations come about, man, and it's a loss. I mean, that brother has children and he's a father, a brother, an uncle, and a nephew, a cousin, all kinds of things. So I can't say it enough times. Rest in peace to Stephen Pfeiffer, aka Cousin Steve. Rest in peace, man. And shout out to you, Mariah, and shout out to you, Bose. Nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. Bose, when you want to talk, we here for you, man. We here for you. He says, this is Jesse. He says, RIP to your family. Pray your family gets justice for your cousin. I would certainly hope so. What you say, Courtney? I can't hear you.
Was there rest in peace to your cousin, Kev?
Oh, I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, cuz man, much love, man. Smooth dude, man. Real smooth dude. And if you know him, you know him, right? Like like I said, there's so many people on Facebook yesterday. It was just like, it's people who I didn't even know knew my cousin, right? So rest in peace to him, man. Go miss him. What else we got? What else we got? Oh, I was talking about xenophobia, so I wanted to go back to that and the paranoia now that we have, because we want to know now who's really eating what. Right? I like, if somebody's eating squirrels and ducks and rabbits and shit, and your dog and your cat, maybe they need to identify themselves, right? I mean, animals we have a different relationship with animals in this country than other countries do. We talked about this on the show the other night, and we have to understand, if you move here from there, right? And I'm not trying to excuse it, Kumar, but if you move here from, say, Haiti, right, where the poverty is on a level that we couldn't even comprehend in America, right? So whatever you can find to eat, you eat it. And you come to this country and you say, dude, they got animals straight walking around just free, fat ass ducks, fat geese.
What?
So it doesn't make you a savage, and it don't mean you should be deported. But you should be informed that, hey, we have stores for that. So, but I think for them, it's like, nah, well, shit, fuck that. I ain't got no money. But one of the complaints about the immigrants is they're getting all kind of benefits that we don't have. Isn't this meant to counteract them going into the park grocery shopping? I don't know, man. I just don't, because I know how we've been treated in this country, and I wouldn't want to put that on nobody else. Like, I wouldn't want to enforce that on no other group of people. I'm not people. I know a lot of people are spiteful. I'm not that spiteful. Like, I don't say, oh, you deserve to be treated like shit because you're Mexican or because you Asian. But even if you ate a cat, like, there's people from up north who would like look down on people from down south who eat possums. Ugh, these motherfuckers eat possums, right? But that's what they do down there. Down there and in rural areas, period. If it moves, shoot it. What we have the biggest health hazard that I would say here is these animals who do live in these urban areas do eat a lot of trash. And they do have, certain ailments, certain sicknesses. So this meat could potentially make someone sick. So, but other than that, man, I guess,
how the viruses in the movie start. Somebody be eating some strange shit and wow, you know what I'm saying? Viruses start, then you got the zombies and shit in the movies.
Yeah, that's what Trump was saying, monkey flu.
That's right.
Like, somebody ate some monkey over there, and then it was a sick monkey, and then we had COVID, right? Like, I'm just in front. If you feeding this to your children, so I'd be more concerned if they were doing this, because if you feeding this to little children, like, you don't know what these animals have eaten, man. Like, they literally, garbage is why animals come to the city, because we throw away a lot of shit. Hell, it's humans who dumpster dive, right? So, I would just tell the Haitians, if y'all over there eating the ducks out the park, stop, man. Kids want to play with them ducks in the park, man. And you ain't got to kidnap my dog so you can eat, right? You see me and my dog outside every day in the yard, and I'm throwing the ball to him and shit, and I'm walking him, and then you looking at him like, yeah, let me catch you slipping.
Grab one of them cats, man. 20 cats. Just a cat. Gone.
And you don't even want to talk about what cats eat. So if you want to eat a stray cat, good luck, man. God bless you. The cats eat, literally, once again, spoiled food out of the garbage. They eat rats, they eat mice, they eat whatever they can catch. Jermaine Anderson said hello from Shreveport, Louisiana. I said Louisiana. Shout out to you. I remember Jermaine called a few weeks ago and snapped on us. He was in the chat room. He was trying to get through. I miss calls, y'all. Sometimes I miss calls. Surprise, surprise. I get off the phones. I get off the show sometimes. I look at my phone. I'm like, damn, I got plenty missed calls. We need to call this show the dinner show, because Courtney and Kamar is both choosing to have they evening supper. Y'all motherfuckers making me hungry.
Yeah, then with this new job working 10 to 6, it's late dinners now. I could eat at work, but to really whip it up, to be evening, I need to work on meal prepping, I guess, but maybe.
Yeah, well, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Well,
But
I guess right now I'm meal prepping. Like I done made
Hey,
the steak.
I left.
Right, right now this is chicken.
I just closed the store at 7 o'clock. Came
well,
home. Here I am.
I guess
When
my
I leave,
biggest
when I get
concern,
done here, I got some more work to do.
I
Yep.
guess my
I got
biggest
to get it
concern
in when
is,
I can.
long as y'all ain't eating no cat or no dog, y'all didn't get that food out the park, did y'all?
Definitely ain't no cat or no dog.
We don't endorse no banging on no park ducks here. Like
Definitely ain't no cat or no dog. We don't harm no animals.
Jesse said, cats eat whatever they can catch. Yeah, so if you eat them, you're now eating that. Mama Jenkins says, sorry for
Right.
your loss on tomorrow. It'll be 22 years since my son was shot 7 times by a Milwaukee road cop. Wow. Shoosh. You hate for it to be that way. You hate for it to be by the hands of a police officer. And we already have just this horrible relationship with law enforcement in this country. So to lose a family member, it makes you even more cynical. It makes you even more, pessimistic. And because I wanted to talk about Tyreek Hill. So let me stay on the chat room. He said, this is Jermaine Anderson. He said, I'm starting a tenant union association where renters can speak out concerning issues. He said, do y'all have a tenant union association? And I don't know. Do we?
So.
I don't know. Do we have one? I don't know.
Don't think so.
He said, rest in peace to your son, Mama Jenkins. He said, I apologize for last time. We still being killed by the police. I just talked about my cousin who was just murdered by the police in New Orleans, Louisiana. Once again, rest in peace to my cousin, Stephen Pfeiffer. Just murdered by the police down there. So I know what you're saying is real. But and I was thinking about, like, here in the city with the amount of immigrants we have here, and the face of our city is changing. Like, when I was young, and the years I've grown up, black and white people were kind of like the major, the majority of the population, and then the Latinos started to establish a foothold. And so if you Latino, you say, we've been here since the 50s, Holmes. Okay, shout out to you. But we've moved steadily towards this situation where from the 80s on, Arabs and Hmongs and different kinds of Asian people have come here, and even Haitians and Jamaicans. Like, there's a large population for these people, and it's growing in the city. So I'm wondering, and I'm hoping that we don't have a situation here where the races start to fight each other, like the cultures. Like, we don't need to be banging out with Latinos. We don't need to be, I know a lot of people here don't like Arabs, but I feel like there's a lot of people who are kind of jealous of Arabs too, because they've been able to come here and check a buck and bubble up on us. Right? And we spend a lot of money with them.
Kev, did we talk about the teenagers that beat up the old Hispanic man?
We talked about it last show.
I
on
think
Monday.
more of my gripe with the Arabs is how they treated. I've been treating our women and kids all these years.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. That's the biggest problem with them. Like, what they do in our community is what we have a problem with. I don't think it's just them per se. But there's some Arabs who are in communities where they may be entrenched in that community. They may be, like, they may really work with the people in the neighborhood. And you say, oh man, Aku is cool.
I ain't got no problem with them.
Right. It's the exploitive ones. It's the ones who I always used to get mad when I see them yelling at little kids in the store. I'd be like, man, stop talking to these kids like that, man.
Hurry up and fight. People yelling at kids.
Oh man. My brother and myself were in a liquor store yesterday, and there was 2 sisters in there, and they tried to pull a fast one. The Arab caught them stealing some bottles, man. It was a wrestling match, but one of them was she was an offensive lineman. She ran blocker for the one who actually had the bottle. They actually got away. I don't know if they were arrested later, but I was just tripping because I'm like, you got to be careful about wrestling with some of us right now for one bottle of liquor, right? Like, you got a whole store here, man. I was at any given point, my brother and myself were just standing there looking, saying a knife or a gun is gonna pop out anytime soon, right? And so I'm like, it's just, but I don't know. She may have had more than one bottle because they was in there. Their mistake is that they stayed in there too long. If you stealing, get in and get out, right? Because when I came in, they was in their aisle trying to act like they was looking for something, but y'all wasn't moving. And the big one was blocking the, it was hilarious, Kamar. It was like a "Don't be a menace" skit. Like it was bad. It was bad, but it was funny, right? He said, police brutality is bad everywhere. That was my thing about Tyreek Hill, in which the cop had accosted him outside the Miami Dolphins stadium. If you don't know, Tyreek Hill is a wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, a very famous, notable wide receiver. He's one of the best players in the NFL. And there was a cop who was extra aggressive with him and ended up handcuffing him because he wouldn't comply with the cop. So they had to stop it. Like, they had to come out and say, no, you can't, like, that's Tyreek Hill, what you doing? And then there was a discussion on he should have complied with the police. He should have done. So we get right back to that original argument of, why didn't you comply? It's the police.
Comply though. I mean, like any
But
regular motherfucker exposed to, was he like, what did he do? Did he do something where he needed to comply?
Right. Well, sometimes the police don't care. Sometimes the police be on bullshit.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And he may have felt like that. You know what I mean? Like, man, y'all know who the fuck I am.
Right.
We at the Miami Dolphins Stadium. You see what kind of car this is. You know I ain't just anybody.
He had some teammates with him. He had some teammates with him. Like, yo, what y'all doing? What y'all doing?
But what was it that he didn't comply with? They said get out the car. They said roll down the window.
So Jermaine Anderson saying he wouldn't get out the car.
Why wouldn't he though? I feel like we know what it is with the police. So why the fuck wouldn't you just get out the car? Because we know.
Look, if it's a traffic stop, you pull me over for speeding or whatever it is, you know what I mean? You get a ticket for that. Write the ticket and let me the fuck go. I ain't got to get the fuck out there. I ain't got to get out my car for you to write me a ticket. You want to go through the car, search me, and all this extra bullshit. You want to do all this extra shit just because you saw me run a stop sign or something.
What they're saying is,
you know what I mean? No, a ticket for the stop sign.
If he tells you to get out and you don't get out, they're saying you're no longer complying.
But I think I heard that in a different case with somebody else, and they had bust the window on. I forgot what the fuck that was, but I thought they told them to get out the car and they didn't. So I think it wasn't just a him thing. I think it's anytime they tell you to get out, you kind of got to get out. I ain't never really been pulled over, so I don't
look
know.
at it from this perspective, though.
I don't know.
If you know you're Tyreek Hill and you know you ain't there on no bullshit, why not just hop out the car and say, "Well, what's up, officer? What's going on?" Like,
right.
I'm trying to get into this motherfucker so I can get ready for my game.
Well, you was delayed anyways by your non-co-op.
It was gonna be a delay. That's the thing.
We gotta have bail money for Kamar. We see which way this is going with Kamar. Kamar ain't getting out the damn car. They gonna snatch him up. We gotta go. we got some money for Kamar.
The thing, the thing is, a lot of the time we let police get beside themselves and start taking a situation somewhere it ain't supposed to go. You know what I mean? Like I say, you pull me over for running a stop sign. I'm gonna roll my window down just enough to give you my license and insurance. You can write my ticket. That's what my stop sign is for. Well, break my window then. You know what I'm saying? You give me my ticket. I don't have to get out the car.
I can see it both ways. I really can, because
it could be different if they smell marijuana or something, or they see open alcohol.
Even if they don't.
It's another.
This is what I tell my son, Kamar. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about what I tell my son. If the police pull you over and tell you to get out the car, get out the car. Whatever they do, do it. Whatever they tell you to do, do it. This is what I tell my own son. Comply with them. And even though I want to, like, one of them people be like, yeah, they do be on bullshit a lot of times, but it's kind of their job. And if I'm sucker free, Kamar, I ain't tripping. You see what I'm saying? Like, say, hit dog holler. So look, if I get pulled over right now and the police walk up to, first of all, I'm trying to get up out of here. So if they pull me over, hey, you got license red, I'm letting the window down. I'm giving them my driver's license. Now, if they get on some other shit, you fit the description of a robbery, get out. I'll be like, no, not getting out. Not getting out. That's not me. But if it's just like, Mr. Barnes, can you step out the car?
You got to go get somebody to say I fit a description.
Okay. That's for me.
It's you know what I mean? It's gotta be a crime for you to do okay. The only reason you here is because of a crime. A law that I broke or whatever. You know what I mean? Okay, we gonna deal with that law and that's it. I ain't answering no questions. I don't have nothing to say. I'm taking my Fifth Amendment after I give you my information. Cause see what they do is they start asking all kind of other questions. Where you coming from and you know where you going? It ain't none of your business. I just ran a stop sign. So I'm gonna give you the information you need to deal with that. And that's it. Break
I've
my
been
window,
pulled
do
over.
whatever you got to do. I'm gonna give you the information. I'm complying by, you know what I mean, cooperating with the law that I broke.
I've been pulled over by police, dirty and clean, and every time what got me off was me being respectful and compliant to them. Like, yo, it's no, hey, I've been no agree. Now I've also been pulled over with the homie who got to be like you saying he want to argue with him, and I'm looking at him saying, "Man, would you shut your ass up, man? Man, fuck them, man." Pretty soon we both laying down on the grass, and I'm looking at him like, motherfucker, this motherfucker. And then sometimes say, I was just about to let you go, but since your guy on a trip, I had a partner who, no matter what was going on, he had to cuss the police out. And every time some of us, we'd be somewhere, some of us would be filthy. And like, dog, chill, man. And I'm good. In his mind, I'm good. So I'm gonna talk my shit. But you finna get somebody else knocked. Chill out, man. So I've been around that where, brother, we ain't got to do what he say. I'm like, okay, well, that you go ahead. You go work for you go.
I ain't saying that.
As for me, I'm saying, here go my ID, here go my license. That don't mean I'm getting away.
Listen, I get it. If I'm in the wrong, like back when I was riding dirty or whatever, you know what I mean? I need to get off you. I'm gonna jump out this car. I ain't got the shit on me. You got to go find it in the car. But I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna say everything. You know what I mean? My name, Kamar Carter. Woo. I get that. But at this point in my life, I'm a grown ass man, right? If I break a law, you can cite me for that law that I broke. I'm pleading the fifth after that. I give you the information you need to write my ticket. There's all your answers right there. Because like I said, they start asking questions and it turn into something. They drill you with questions, a bunch of dumbass questions, so you could get irritated. And then now it's a problem because you're mad and you talk, you know what I mean? That's where all the bullshit start too. So another way to handle, all I'm saying is another way to handle it is you give them what they need and that's it. Shut up. You got the Fifth Amendment.
What is compliance? Because we know sometimes you comply and you still get shot. But I'm saying if he says get out the car and you say nah, I ain't getting out, then he can already say he didn't comply. So now here we go.
It's gotta be a law that requires me to get out the car. A law broken.
Jermaine Anderson says,
"Don't smell like weed. If it don't smell like weed, you don't see nothing in the car that make you feel like I'm suspicious. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me to get out the car. Well, I don't have to get out the car.
Justice for Davion McGee, trucker from Chicago, Illinois, found dead in Henderson, North Carolina, with a rope around his neck on a tree. Heartbreaking. Black brother, victim of a hate crime, we think. Ooh, Lord. He said, yep, wide receiver. He used to play for the Queefs before Miami came out of Alabama Crimson Tide, if I'm not mistaken. Jesse got a name for everybody. The Kansas City Queefs. Is this because they whoop on the Broncos? Is this a little biased? Ouch. He said he wouldn't get out the car.
Yeah.
He was complying. He says eventually he got out.
So when it comes to Davion McGee, there is a picture of him at Walmart checking out with some blue rope.
No.
You know, and he was found with the blue rope around his throat. So, you know, there, as much as it's said as a hate crime, he is seen checking out buying blue rope.
Damn. So they could have just, they was beating him up and they found the rope and still used his own rope on him, though. I mean,
very true. I'm just saying, but that's very true.
Whose idea was that? He was just in Walmart, see if he bought some rope.
Huh?
I said, whose idea? Somebody came up with that idea. Let's check the camera. Is that a rope in his hand? Look, this mother that he did. He killed himself. He said, right, Kamara. I said the same thing when I seen it. They said they tried to blame it on the dark tent. He said he was profiled. This is Jermaine. He said he was
Hey,
profiled.
they got another law too, but they got to find out. Like, it's a celebrity in some states. They let celebrities do that for their safety with real dark tint. But at the same time, they still have to find out who you are.
They said he was speeding too, I guess. So these police were already watching him. The cop who harassed him has a long history of misconduct, like a long history. Like he's been one of them Gestapo cops for a very long time. So what a coincidence, right?
He probably knew exactly who he was before he pulled him over.
Right. He probably was mad about the car. He was this nigger. So they never told him why he was being pulled over. Shay says, having been pulled over, you got to get out the car if they demand you to get out. Okay. That's what I always thought. If they say get out, I thought you had to get out.
Yeah.
They got to have probable cause. Said Kamar, this is Jesse talking to Kamar. He says, Kamar, anytime we have an interaction with them, we got to worry about that. Don't give them preamble because to fuck with you. Don't. I think he was trying to say probable. I think he was trying to say probable, right?
Probable. What it says, but probable cause is probably worse.
I think that's what probably. Sometimes you be typing fast. Yeah. He said Miami police are hardcore. Yeah, I bet you they is. That cocaine, man. Cocaine City. He said he was late for his Dolphins game. That's fucked up. Justice for Davion McGee. Same here, Kev. He said, right. I don't know what they're agreeing to because I'm behind in the chat because we be talking too much. He said, yes, comply. Rip to Davion McGee. Said clear bias. His bias is clear because they're AFC West rivals. That's why I said, is this because they be banging out on the Broncos? That's what I said, Jesse. It's just like me in Chicago. I can't stand the Bears. I can't stand the Vikings. I can't stand the Lions. It's football season, man. Said they was just hating on his car and the driver. Listen, if you have a child right now in MPS, please get to the school board meetings. Please get all the information you can. There's this argument right now about the MPS not complying. Incidentally, we were just talking about complying, right? MPS has not complied with the order to place these resource officers in the school. But the crazy thing about this with me is it was on their agenda to give some key administrators raises to over $200,000 a year.
Damn.
Right. Like it was.
I'm gonna work at MPS.
I'm supposedly they struck it from the agenda, but I'm like, really? This what y'all do? Like, come on, man.
Is it true that if Trump win, that cops can do whatever they want? Because I need you to know I'm finna go be a cop. Fuck school and all this. If they can do what they want, I'm finna go be a police officer.
It's not that once if he's elected, the next day cops gonna be able to do what they want to do. I think what people are scared of is that he's gonna strip your basic rights to the point where cops will be able to do whatever they want to do. So, like the conversation we just had about complying will be very simple for them. They'd be allowed to use physical force and beat the shit out of Tyreek right there. I mean, this is why people say, Project 2020, whatever it is, 2025. This is what the fear is, that he wants to strip down our basic rights and give all the power to his office. And there's also a fear that he's going to try to make himself basically a president who has no term limits.
Forever.
And so, right. So, and how much of this is true? How much of this is wagging the dog, as they say? I don't know if
I would do the same thing.
Would you? Oh, wow.
Ever, niggas. What y'all thought? Can you read me?
I just watched a movie called Civil War. You might want to watch it. It's a pretty good movie if you got HBO. And it's really about a president who went Trumpish. And so there was civil war in the country. And the Western forces had to come. The whole mission was to get to the White House and kill the president. Like they was like, ain't gonna be no trial. We going to Washington, D.C. to kill the president. So they went to the White House. It's a good movie, man. I usually don't watch these dystopian, movies about the government is gone bad and the whole country is torn. But this was a great movie. It was really good. I was like, damn. It's called Civil War. It's a good movie. Civil War. It's it's
okay.
It's on HBO. I think it's on HBO now. Let me finish this chat room and then I get to the line because I got somebody on the line. Jesse said recently, not overall. We ran our division for decades. They knew booties. Yeah, they got 3 Super Bowls. So there's that. Jermaine Anderson says, so what? We want to know what happened to Javion McGee from the Walmart distribution center. This is horrible. After he delivered his load. During and after he delivered his load. That's damn juice lady. The police force is very racist and sexist. Had a black woman sergeant of 25 years out here quit as a result. She's suing them too. Says, yeah, I heard Civil War was a good movie. It is a good movie. It is a good movie. I watch movies for the cinematography too and see like, you know, the camera angles and how the story's told. Like I'm into that type of shit. I'm a black nerd.
Outlaws?
I mean, if we can get on Tubi, like somebody need to reach out to Swift Sloan or Steve-O and say, man, you should put the Outlaws in a movie.
Look, I got that little gimbal thing to hold the phones. Look, we can get this shit popping. We can go make a hood movie real quick.
I don't know that I have time to really be on location.
I know you don't.
She said, there you go with that bullshit.
Ewok was at it, man. Work or something. That's going to be your clip.
Man,
hey, guys.
Go ahead, Court. Finish your thought, Courtney, baby girl.
Telling Kev his part in the movie would be him at work. We just have to tune him in like that. Kev, get the look on your face. I don't.
Listen, he's talking to his boo. He said, "No,
that's
baby,
you look, like
girl.
You go ahead, baby. All right, go ahead. Finish
You
your
said,
thought,
baby girl.
God.
Yeah, what you think, baby?
Y'all let my baby talk, man. She got something to say too.
Oh, okay then. That's what's up.
Hey, what I wanted to say though, bro, it's funny to the motherfucker how our Facebook page with the video.
Hold on, Ewok. Caller, you got to turn down your device. You got to turn your device down. Got to turn your device down.
Can you hear me now, Kev?
I can hear you, but you got to make sure your device is turned down. Ewok was
what's going on, man?
Ewok was in the middle. Ewok was in the middle of completing the thought. Shabaka, hold on. Ewok was in the middle. He was in the middle of finishing his thought.
Yeah,
Ewok, go ahead and finish.
Just give me a couple of tips about that. I ain't gonna be long, man.
Right.
I was looking at all these memes and shit about the baby oil and all of this shit. This shit funny. I be laughing at the shit too, man. But man, we be riding the shit out of each other a little bit too hard. You know what I'm saying? And what I want to know, you know, it's just messed up. And I wanted either, you know, Shabaka, Kamar, you know, it's all kind of people out here that we can make jokes about and shit that do the same type of crimes and be in the same type of shit. But when it's one of us, you know what I'm saying, we got the motherfucking the craziest memes or the most motherfucking funniest memes of all times and shit. I just seen so many memes about baby oil and baby lotion and shit, man. We didn't roll this man for like, I'm talking about, I done seen so many of them, I can't even explain them. They be funny to me too, but why we don't use that same energy? We might see somebody from a different race and shit that did something and we'll say something about it and giggle a little bit and then we'll leave it alone. But we relentless when it comes to black people. It's like we'll stand on their neck, you know what I'm saying, with the memes and shit. And I'm admitting, I be laughing too. I ain't gonna even lie. But my question is, man, why the fuck do we ride our own so hard like that, dog? We be riding.
Ewok, I recall you was just standing on Sexy Redneck and that right stank pussy bitch. You was like, damn.
One night, Courtney, you know what I'm saying? Me, so this is a totally different thing, babe. Come on,
riding black people.
I think that's riding a black person.
Right.
That was me. Look, I was talking about the memes, you know what I'm saying? Something that goes out across the whole nation, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Me talking about Sexy Red, you know what I'm saying, was me, being an outlaw on Outlaw Radio, just saying something. I don't dislike that woman and shit. I dislike some of the things that she does. You know what I'm saying? I can't ride with it because I'm an older person and shit. And then you still mad at me for saying that shit? That was just me saying some shit.
He's sorry. He's like, I'm sorry, boo.
You were just saying why we ride.
No, I ain't saying, no, that ain't what I'm saying right now. I'm keeping it 100 right now. The shit that I said about Sexy Red and shit, half of that shit I still mean.
Well, hold on now.
As far as you getting emotional about it, you know what I'm saying? Don't get emotional about no shit that I say like that. That's just me being me saying some shit that I say. You know what I'm saying? And that's some shit that she said herself. She said her booty hole brown and her pussy stank and all of that shit. So how you gonna get mad at me for repeating what the fuck she said?
It was when you added on the ragged ass bitch and things like that to it, you know.
Oh shit, that's just me being me saying that shit. You know, I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings.
So
No, I didn't call you one.
Why we gotta be down on each other like that? Why we gotta talk about each other like that? Ain't that what you asking us? Why we gotta be down on each other like that?
Here we go. God
like
damn.
why we gotta
Of course stop.
Woo-wee. Oh man.
STOP stop. Pump your brakes, kid.
But listen,
on,
Ernest, you gotta look at the optics. You coming off the statement that we go so hard on each other, we got it, and then literally just a few nights ago, you really said that punk ass, funky punk ass bitch, punk pussy hoe ass. I'm like, damn, do you know her personally? Like, nah. So it was a good counterpoint. You got to at least give her that credit, Ernest. Like it was
all right. Yeah, she got a good counterpunch. I did that, but that was just me japping and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's me being an outlaw on Outlaw Radio. I don't dislike that girl like that. Now stop it.
But then you just said now, but I do mean what I said.
Then
I said half of what I said.
Okay.
So that's imagine that's what they doing. What they
you know what I'm saying? I can't get down with her style. You know. Yeah, I don't appreciate a lot of shit that these do. You know, she getting her money, she getting her money. I used to get mine too. One thing I wouldn't do was sell no rock to no pregnant woman. That was my only motherfucking thing that I wouldn't do. Other than that, nigga, it was free game for the city. All right, now y'all know that's what Ewok used to do 30 years ago. So what?
Yeah, I think the statute of limitations is up.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
Fuck, you think I'm stupid?
Right.
I ain't got no master's degree, but I'm sure ain't stupid.
Oh shit! A master's degree is not the barometer of
man,
intelligence.
Let's Shabaka kick the knowledge, man. We ain't gonna sit over here and be on this, man.
He don't want to argue with his bae. He don't want to argue with his bae, man. Come on, man. You know, happy wife, happy life, man. Happy wife, happy life. Right? I see.
Hey, Cam, stop that bullshit, man. You over here trying to bullshit now. Stop that.
Cam is so extra.
I do be starting shit. When he saying boys in the hood, oh, you be doing that shit too. He was like, yeah, I know. Can't be on some bullshit too. I never said I didn't. Like you say, Ewok, that's me being an outlaw and just japping out, right? Like that's what we're gonna blame that.
That's what we're gonna call it every time, just being an outlaw.
Japping out. No, I'm finna jap out, right? I'm finna jap out, Joe. We don't even need to apologize no more.
Japping out, man. My bad.
Right. You don't even need to apologize. No, it's all, man. I was just japping out, man. Don't worry about that shit. It's all good. You know it's all love, Ewok, man. I'm just fucking with you, man. We do got Shabaka on the line. Shabaka been trying to get in for a minute. Like I said, I can't do. I try to keep up on the chat room. I try to make sure my latency is up. So Shabaka, you got the floor. What you want to say?
Yes, sir. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make this here perfectly clear. As sure as shit stinks. First place, Los Angeles, California is the city in which Hollywood is in and Holmby Hills. These are both sections of the city of Los Angeles. That's why the LAPD had went there and served Diddy the first time. Diddy went out there, made his money. I'm not mad at Diddy, but he got a little bit beside himself and thought that his black ass was untouchable. Look at a sick son of a bitch by the name of Weinstein. Look at another motherfucker by the name of Roman Polanski. Okay, look what they did to Bill Cosby. So Diddy out there making his money in Los Angeles, all around the world, here in Sin City, Las Vegas, and all that. But he's still a nigga. That's what they got his ass on, okay? I ain't mad at you, Mr. Combs, for making your money, man. Hell, you got juice. You can still get motherfuckers knocked off, man, for where you sitting at, okay? So I give you your respect, Mr. Combs, but you should have did something positive for the community, man. You should have took that whole goddamn hip-hop industry over, man, and upgraded the quality of life on that. Shoot it, nigga, kill it, nigga, fuck it, nigga, my bitch there, bad. And Lil Wayne with his cracked out, doped up ass up there. Yeah, I'm Lil Wayne, that gonna come see me. Motherfucker, you's a goddamn minstrel, is what the fuck you are. You're a goddamn minstrel, just like when they used to make them goddamn Jigaboo movies in that fucking place called Los Angeles, California. Oh, and by the way, Hollywood is a section of the city of Los Angeles. It's not his own city. So Diddy did that shit, all that shit with that baby oil, they fucking each other up in the ass. Excuse my language, Courtney. Also, too, you know, what he did to that woman up there on the hotel room right there where he beat her running up and down the goddamn hallway with his fucking towel on and shit. Okay. Oh, man, I got $53 million. I'm posting bill. State of New York said, no, man, fuck you. You walking that concrete. Guess who else is going to get him too, people? The state of California. Oh, yeah, you can best believe that shit. Now, there's another sick son of a bitch out there by the name of Roman Polanski, who is a movie director. And if anybody is old enough to remember a movie called Chinatown.
Is he still alive?
Oh, Roman, yeah, I think Roman Polanski is barely alive, man. You know, probably pissing and shitting on himself. Who, Roman? No, that was F. Lee Bailey that died, but I don't know. Polanski might be dead, and if he is, fuck him. Another cat who did that there, too, that had to get out the country was a dude by the name of Woody Allen. You see what I'm saying? Look, man, Hollywood is its own planet. You got motherfuckers going out there selling their soul to the goddamn devil. Listen to a song by the Miracles they made in 1975 off of an album called City of Angels by the name of Poor Charlotte. Now, what Mr. Diddy should have did, and I ain't gonna tell that man what he to do with his money, he went on there and made it. Man, he could have did a whole lot of shit, man, for the black community, for the whole hip-hop industry, for the whole entertainment industry as a whole. Yes, sir.
You know he spent millions in philanthropy, right? You know he has given millions of dollars in scholarship funds. He's donated to HBCUs. He said you should have took some of your money and did something for the community, which he has. He's employed a lot of black people over the years who perhaps wouldn't have got an opportunity. Now, I'm not justifying his crime. I don't want you to think that. I'm just saying when we say he should have took some of that money and gave it back to the community, he actually has. I mean, you have to when you get money like that for tax purposes. You have to, get rid of some of it to write it off.
Oh, yes, sir. I understand that, and I recognize that there, too, Dr. Barnes. Now, keep in mind, his crib is already up for sale. You see what I'm saying? The county of L.A. works quickly, man, to break your ass. You know what I'm saying? So he's there in New York, man. He's going to be facing charges there in New York. California, man, is probably going to go after him as well, too. Now, the lubricant oils, man, the porno flicks, the freak-offs, all that shit, you got motherfuckers running up there to Los Angeles to participate in that shit because they want to be the next big star. So it's like selling your soul to the damn devil, man. And there's an old saying, we all play dominoes. All money ain't good money, sir.
So my thing is this. I have to keep saying this a million times. Diddy wasn't he wasn't to the point where he was actively rounding people up, taking them hostage and making them do this. A lot of these people, the celebrities in particular, were voluntary participants. I'm gonna say this. Let's look at the history. This brother came to prominence in 1989. Okay, at that point, he was already promoting large parties in New York and in the DC area because he attended Howard University. That's why he dropped out of school. Now he founded Bad Boy Records in 1992. Okay. So
he has a rebellion in LA.
My point is he's been famous, probably the most famous part of our culture for years. And just in that vein, his name has been notorious. We've been hearing about the Diddy freak-offs for at least 25 years. Okay. So if you if you went in 2018 and you got GHB'd and you got ran up in, I'm not saying you wasn't done wrong, but you kind of brought it on yourself. Like it wasn't no surprise. It's like if you smoked crack in 1982 and you got caught out there, I get it. If you hit some crack in 2024, I'm like, nah, no mercy for you. Like how you didn't know what crack was in 2024. So I just want to throw that out there that yes, people were abused, but I think it's not just him because there's people who said, Diddy, you gonna have them boys at the party again? Man, make sure you got them boys at the party. And so they was ordering it. So Diddy was just kind of like the directing the orchestra, the booty bandit orchestra. But I mean,
that's trafficking, Kev.
It is. It's you know, it's listen.
Okay, so you talking about the law of supply and demand, economical factor. Okay, yeah, which you are right about. But I was just hoping that Mr. Combs, man, you know, just like the rest of them, man, they got enough money amongst themselves where they can make a dent in the hip hop industry, the filmmaking industry, man, and they can go up there and do some moving and shaking, man. And what I mean by that is that they can make this shit all positive, man. Because see, man, after all the what we've been through slavery, through Jim Crowism, through the Emmett Till stuff, the Black Panther Party, the Civil Rights Movement, man, we are still here. So that means that the Almighty, man, has a purpose for us, man. This is why they want us to kill each other. This is why they want us to go back and forth with bullshit with one another, because if they know that if we come together, man, we'll be a very, very awesome force. This is why you got all these bed winches and swellers and buck breakers and all that and whatnot. Negroes, oh man, let me go up here and get this white woman, O.J. Simpson syndrome, man. And you can have them Taylor Swift, 6 o'clock, blonde head looking ass bimbos, man. Give me a sister any damn day.
Now let me say this. You know what I find ironic about all this is that rightfully so, we are pissed off with Diddy. We are saying he is the worst thing to ever come along. But in the same vein, we write movies and TV shows about crack dealers from the 80s who contributed to the crack epidemic, and they're heroes.
Right.
So
yes, sir.
I say
that is correct.
Keep the same industry. I'm getting an echo too, so somebody got to turn something down. Keep the same industry, keep the same energy. Kamar always says, and I even though, like I said, we don't agree on everything, but there's sometimes when we on the same page, and he says anybody or anyone who is detrimental to the community should be removed. Right? So we can't split hairs and say, oh, I hope Puffy die. Oh, they need to let out Big Meech. They need to let him out of jail. Like I'm just saying we don't keep the same energy. Some of our heroes are, you know, at the biggest crack dealers, they want to hear those stories. They're Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky Ross, and Rayful Edmonds in DC, and out there in California, in the Bay Area, Felix Mitchell, and you know, all like these people are they're urban legends, they're heroes. We say, man, that boy was a real one because he served metric tons of poison into our community. But I just we got to keep the same energy. That was my point. I'm not agreeing. This ain't even, but that wasn't even about.
We do that with our family members too.
We do, because Uncle Sports.
Exactly. Yeah, now Kamar's right about that one right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing is to rebuild the Black family unit, man. That's another thing. Get the father back in the home to teach the boys to be men, okay? Because a woman cannot teach a boy to be a man, just like a man cannot teach a girl to be a woman. So this is why you got to have the nuclear family. And you've heard me over the years, Dr. Barnes, and I'll keep saying it again, we got to do for ourselves and fuck these other groups. You see what I'm saying? Because these other groups, man, they didn't go through the Ma'aka like we did. Read Dr. Marimba Ani on that. You know what I'm saying? This rainbow shit, oh, I don't see color and all that shit. You could best believe color sees our black asses. Why do you think they don't want us to unite? Why do you think they want to strip gun rights from us? You see what I'm saying? Why?
My bad. I'm trying to merge.
Fixing greens in the bathtub. Come on, brother. We all know how greens is done, man. You boil them in a pot, man. For 5-6 hours.
So the fact that she don't really eat collard greens, is that germane to her not being a good president or worthy candidate against Trump? Just because she lied about it, or if she just don't know how to cook greens?
She lied. That was the thing. She lied. Don't be unnecessarily lying. But I guess you could be like Trump
is the king of lies.
They both do. But it's like, don't do that shit. And you want us to believe you lying about goddamn greens? You gotta lie about that shit.
Let me say shout out to Jesse Parrish, because we do have a troll in the chat room. Hustle. It says hail Satan. It says
tell the damn troll to call us up on Shabaka's Black Experience for Grand Rising, man. We love trolls, man.
She says,
that's your buddy, Shabaka. Jesse is your buddy.
She says,
wait a minute. I know he is.
Hold on. Let me read her comment, y'all. This is the troll. Hassel, she says, hail Satan. And Jesse said, got a demonic troll up in here, Kev, Luciferian in the chat. Give me a wrench. So y'all know what that means, right? Y'all know what that means,
Lord,
right?
Yeah.
That means.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Luciferian, man. Yeah, he called into the podcast too. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Well, he's banned.
But what it is.
She or he is banned and blocked. I don't deal with no satanic Satanism.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, man, that's why they got delete and block. You know what I'm saying? But, you know.
So, are you voting for Kamala Harris?
Sir, guess what, man? I have a good mind to write in Snoopy on the ballot. You know what I'm saying? But I do respect.
So I want to ask you a question. What do you have against? What do you have against her, and what proof do you have?
Oh,
because
yes,
I keep on hearing people. I keep on hearing people talking about this one lone ass lady that she locked up because her daughter was she was sick or something. Okay, you know, that's collateral damage. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? It's two sides to every story. But what is it so bad about this lady who's trying to preserve the democracy of the United States that you and others like you despise about her? And don't make it long though, because Kev's gonna be getting off in a minute. So I'm
gonna give you 5 sentences. 1, she refused to prosecute these murderous ass goddamn cops that murdered Mario Woods in San Francisco, put 25 bullets in him. The dude only weighed 147 pounds. Second is she refused to prosecute them lapdogs that took that deaf brother by the name of Ezel Ford in Newton Division, where they handcuffed him and one pig tells the other one, go shoot him in the back, and he puts a 9mm in him. Oh, and not to mention the Oscar Grant case. You know what I'm saying?
But think about across the nation how many police have killed people and ain't been prosecuted. Neither, though. And we don't really know, you know, and we really don't know the gist of the situation because we just going off emotion because maybe, you know, here they go, they always fear for their life. Not saying what they did was justifiable, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, she wanted to stay in office. She wanted to keep a job. She wouldn't be in the position that she was now. See, the thing about politics, as I hear they call it politics, is you got to play the game. Yeah, she can try to appease us, but appease the black community. But it's the black community and the only reason dude probably got prosecuted for killing George Floyd because the world seen it. You understand what I'm saying?
That's the only reason he got prosecuted.
But the thing about it is, with that situation, she still got a family to feed and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit happens. You know, it'll be a lot of motherfucking police that do bogus ass shit in our eyes that we feel wrong. But at the end of the day, you know, them people got to protect the interests of the white folks. And that's another thing, Kev, I want to say to you because you be talking about Chevy, and I was listening to a podcast. You know, they get a Negro like Chevy, they going to talk to him and say, you got to protect our interests. So you got you got politicians that got to protect the interests of the white folks, man. The white folks got the money, they the movers and shakers. But when it comes down between her and Donald Trump, and you realizing what this man plan on doing and the bullshit that he bringing about, Snoopy ain't gonna get us. You know what I'm saying? Now you think shit bad now. Let that motherfucker get in the office. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. You're right on that point. Yes, sir.
We ain't. You know, like Kev be saying, man, we ain't got time to be playing the game. Right now, we're trying to preserve the democracy of the United States of America. I like traveling, wearing my Jordans, working my job. You know what? I got a fear because after the election time, I'm headed to I can't pronounce it. They say LJ Eli, but I'm headed down to Georgia. I'm leaving November the 12th, and the election's November the 5th. Could you imagine how terrified I am? I shouldn't be in fear. Because I just want to go travel somewhere. Like, this is bullshit.
You're right.
This is bullshit what this guy taking the United States through. And I feel like the United States and people that vote for him are immoral, bankrupt people because this guy is causing division among us in America. We already had division with the black and white shit, but it's just getting worse now where it's going to be violence. Motherfuckers going to be getting lynched, murdered. I'm talking about all type of shit, man. You know, and I'm I can't protect myself.
Dion,
you're right. I understand that.
Dion, do me a favor. Just allow him to respond to your question.
Oh yeah. I'm about to get out and put it on mute because I gotta let you open the truck and do all that bullshit. Go ahead.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay, so this is why, man, we got to come together, man, like a fist. Okay, the minister told you years ago, you got these 5 digits on your hand, you separate them, you slap somebody, you'll sting them. But if you want to put them in a place, just simply bring these digits together. Now, what do I mean by bring these digits together? Economically, okay, build up our own social media platforms because they got this AI shit up there. I don't sympathize with no sick, stupid, confused ass motherfucker shoving ketchup up his ass. Talk about, oh, I'm a woman. That is an insult to the sanctity of motherhood. Okay, he's confused, he's fucked up. You got these white folks going out here killing niggas just for the hell of it. Oh man, well, you know, Second Amendment right, man, you know, these niggas got to go and all this bullshit. Then you got these house niggas, which is the worst. The syndrome, still, boss, we sick. I yield.
Okay. I hope everybody got a chance to get theirs off. Courtney's asking a question. I do have somebody else in the chat room. Trio, how you say this? Trio Cole. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, is anybody familiar with this brother? Trio Cole. Okay. Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the show.
But Dion, are you voting? I mean, this.
Dion,
yes, I am. I am.
Are you?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going out there. You know what? I'm gonna take a picture of it because I get tired of motherfuckers calling me Dion, a non-voter. But that's probably the only time I'm gonna vote is in this election.
What show do they call you that? What? Because they don't say that on
here.
They
call me that bullshit. No, they call me that bullshit on Sherwin show. But check it out though. Check it out real quick. Cause I'm gonna let y'all go and I'm gonna listen. All that shit sound good that you just said, Shabaka. True enough. But you know what? It's too late for all that shit. We can't do none of that shit, man. I don't know if you, I was watching a documentary about a couple weeks ago, and it was about, you know, the voter registration down there in Mississippi. First of all, we ain't got the money. We don't have the money to start a social media network. Then, if you got somebody that's in power and authority that don't want that to be allowed, they will shut the shit down.
That's what they did to that brother Blacksby. Yep, that's what they did to that brother Blacksby.
Wait, hold on. I see where these white folks stop food from getting, you know, stop the semi-trucks and shit from coming into the town of Greenwood, Mississippi, because they didn't want them people to vote. So you know what I'm saying? Like, we was going to do this shit. We should have did it back when Malcolm and all them was living, where we could have had a stronghold on shit. We don't have satellites in space. We don't have no infrastructure to do anything like that. So we're still solely dependent upon them Europeans. And if we try to go against the masses with them motherfuckers, they're gonna crush us. We, you know what I'm saying? Like, people gotta think about that shit though. But I'm gonna hang up and listen to y'all chop it up. Look, Kev, I know you gonna be signing off in a minute. Courtney, I ain't have a chance to flirt with you and shit. Maybe, you know, you was looking kind of good there though. Maybe I might send you my telephone number in that earbox or something. You know what I'm saying? I get off work a little bit. You come through and keep me company. But I'm gone, Kev. Love, man. Outlaw for life, boy.
All right, man. Courtney, you on fire. Courtney, you on fire tonight. I hope he won't gonna be up here. He might be looking for Dion after that shit. Like,
everybody just on here being outlaws.
Gentlemen, no disrespect to Courtney. Gentlemen, if y'all are gonna fight, bring your ass out here to Las Vegas, man. Pull your boxing license, man, and fight for some money. The only woman that you fight over to preserve is your mother and your daughter and your sister.
Oh man, this right here. This is back after school. This is one of them good ones where.
So they don't fight to preserve their wife, just their mother, their daughter, and their sister, not the wife.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, what now, sister?
Shabaka, so they don't fight to preserve the wife, just the mother, the sister, and the daughter. That's it.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. What I'm saying is this here. A man should only fight for the preservation of his mother, his wife, and his daughter. But if two men is going to go out there and fight over a female who's going to go off with a third dude, you know what I'm saying? They crazy. If they're going to fight, come out here to Las Vegas, get your brains beat out for some money. The Nevada State Athletic Commission to pay your medical bills.
Oh, man. He said she going to go off with somebody else.
A third dude said,
I can't take y'all nowhere. Y'all do not know how to act, man.
Well, you are the Outlaws, right?
I mean, I'm about to move away from this. I'm about to become reinvented. I'm about to become such a cordial, affable gentleman. I'm not going to use profanity or any kind of racial epithets or anything like that. I'm just about to straighten up.
Yes, sir. And you are a man to be my Dr. Barnes. You know what I'm saying? When you set it up, man, put me on there too, is because I know how to speak nice, cordial, and what have you.
I'm done with you, troublemaking Negroes. I'm done. Y'all getting me in trouble. I'm trying to get my white on. I'm trying to succeed through this gentrification. I'm about to disassociate myself with all you rebel rousers, man.
Don't be like that, man.
Oh, man. You know what I'm saying, Dr. Barnes? All thing I can say about that is that I'm colored. You know what I'm saying? To quote a friend of mine, you know what I mean? And not to be bothered with color, Dr. Barnes, I don't blame you, man, because 60 plus years of being on this planet, man, I'm ready to cash in the chips because the way this shit has been going for the last 50 years, man, I damn sure don't want to see it 50 years from now. We as the people got a whole lot of work to do, but keep in mind, though, black families, keeping it real. But we still have preserved, you know, as Dr. Claude Anderson said, now, with all the migrants, immigrants.
Give me a second, y'all. I'm merging. Boom, merge. Because we knock off. I'm trying to merge.
Cam, you hear me, man?
Hold on. Let me try to merge these calls. Of course, the phone.
What have you? I've been called every nigga. I've been called every black SOB. I've been called this. I've been called that. Been threatened a couple of times and all that. But guess what? I don't give a damn. You know why? Because I feel it is my duty. I have to pass down these files to your generation, Dr. Barnes, man, of what we've been through. So when you all get up in age, man, and stuff like that, man, you all know to make the right decisions because the whole world hates us is because they cannot be us. This is why I tell these crackers and cave beats, well, we just the same, Shabaka. Bring your lily white ass out here when we get 115 degrees right here. But you got to leave your sunscreen at home, and then when I see you peeling, help me, then I'll go somewhere and make an anonymous phone call, man, to the paramedics and come scrape your sorry ass off. You know what I mean? But it's always a pleasure, Dr. Barnes. I just had it thrown in on my 2 cents, and when anybody want to comment, insult me and what have you, I'm right here.
Man, we ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna insult you. It's all good, man. Everybody's welcome, man. Everybody's opinion is welcome. Thanks for calling.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Get with us on Friday morning if you can, Dr. Barnes.
I will try. I think I may. I don't like to tell people when I'm leaving. But I think I might hit the road.
Okay.
I might have to hit the road to go see my son play some football. This is freshman year.
Okay.
This is his freshman year, but he's actually getting reps. So he's actually playing. So as a true freshman, so I'm gonna have to get out here and go check him out. I ain't telling y'all when I'm leaving though, because I don't want y'all trying to steal my shit. Right. We got Ewok. We got Ewok waiting to put his last piece on this before we get out of here. Ewok, you want to say what?
You motherfucker. You are motherfucker 100% sure these shit stirrer upper. And then he gonna throw the rock and hide his hand for it. He threw the rock and then hid his hand and shit. We all saw you throw that rock, man. You let Shabaka go on a motherfucking 15-minute rampage about niggas fight. Me and Deion ain't finna be fighting over nobody, man.
Hey, man, listen, man. You coming to Milwaukee, I was just saying, I felt like maybe you felt a little way, a certain kind of way, because he was coming at your boo, shooting his shot, and you might have been like, yo, that shit's not cool, son. So I didn't know, man.
Just setting the stage. Just setting the stage.
Hey,
right. Thank you, Kamar.
Tell that nigga he allowed on the air, man. Tell that nigga he lied for me, man. Please.
Kamar's with me. He said he's setting the stage, man. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, stirring up shit, man. When you stir up shit stank, man. But you know what I got for motherfucking nose plugs in? I ain't.
That's all right, man.
Shit,
man. Don King is one of my heroes, man. Only in America. Only in America.
Trying to get that there right, nigga. Boy, you funny as hell. Gonna throw the rock and hide your hand.
Hey, man, you know you got to get in and get out. Get in and get out. No, you didn't use, but you professed you said, baby, I dinner's on me and I got what you need. And then Deion's like, yeah, I'm gonna send you my phone number. I would think you was gonna say, hey, man, Hey man, what you doing?
We looking out for you.
Right. I thought you was gonna
So,
defend
Dion, hold on, Dion.
At the end of the day, can't nobody do nothing for Courtney. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shit, I'm gonna be there. Shit, if she busy, she busy. I'm cool like that. Don't be throwing that rock and hide your hand, okay? If y'all going
like Jerome said, my apologies to you.
It's all fun and games, so man, I can dig it, man. You know, Outlaw Radio got to be Outlaw Radio, but goddamn it, I had to call in and be like, you motherfuckers,
hey, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Where we going to dinner at though? Where we going?
All right, my nigga, man, go ahead.
Wait, where you going? Where you going?
Well, hold on. Bae said, hold on.
Hold on now.
What's up?
I said, so where we going to dinner at?
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Where we going to dinner at? You said we going to dinner or lunch? Are we going to dinner?
Oh, shit. You get to pick. You get to pick. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Shit. Wendy's, here we come.
So that's the type of stuff I pick.
You get to pick. If you like Wendy's, you can get the big classic with extra bacon on that motherfucker.
Ooh, and extra bacon.
Extra bacon.
Kev know I be an outlaw like a Cheesecake Factory, but you try to keep me away from.
Man, Lenny,
I ain't coming to town broke. I ain't trying to let everybody know I'm finna go somewhere and be a trick. Honestly, I just want to kick it and shit and chill with somebody that I think cool.
The great
That's
Lenny.
real talk. See, we ain't got to do that all right here. Just holler at me, man. You know how to get at me. I'll talk to you on the phone. Get the number, call me. I'm right here.
The great Lenny Williams said, "Baby, you've never been in love like I've been in love." Like, hey. Oh.
Hey, KB, I'm trying to see you too. What you doing Saturday, dog? Where you gonna be at?
I think I'm gonna go check out Lil Dog. They having a homecoming game. He's playing right now. They haven't really thrown him the ball, but he's in the game. He's doing actually pretty well. When I look at their team sucks. Okay, I'm gonna say that, but you know, he's doing what he does, and so I just have to go.
Hey, that's all he can. That's all he can do.
So I'm gonna have to go and just try. And I ain't seen my babies, man. I ain't used to not seeing like both of them being gone. So I think I might hit the highway, man, and you know, go up there and check him out and just make sure he's straight and see my baby girl, make sure she's straight. I don't want no bum ass dudes up there trying to think this is smooth. So I'll go check her apartment. I'll make sure ain't nobody sniffing around there. Telling her, Mr. Barnes, I'm John. No, the fuck you ain't, man. You gotta get your ass up there. What? What you say, Courtney?
I said, let them know it ain't sweet, Kev. Hell no.
Oh no, I already told her as soon as she come back to Milwaukee, I'm taking her to get her a little 380 or a little 9mm, something she can put in her purse.
Oh man, she ain't gonna need all of that, man.
I'm talking about my daughter. I'm talking about, you know, she's.
I thought you were talking about Courtney.
No, she lives. Courtney already got a gun. Courtney already got guns. She got guns. She already carries guns.
She don't gotta have it when I be here. I can't fly with my shit. I'm gonna have to stop at my brother's house. God damn.
That's gonna be a fucked up date.
You just scared me now talking about Courtney be packing shit.
Courtney has said that on the show. What are you talking about? She's
well, she ain't gotta bring it and shit. If we going somewhere, she ain't gonna leave that motherfucker.
Hey man, look,
I'm gonna bring my gun. We're gonna be having a drink. Might get a little wild. Who knows?
Oh shit. Oh Lord, look out. I'm glad I ain't gonna be
here. What I'm looking forward to. It's all right. Wild West then. Fuck it. Shit.
Oh Lord. This is just the most toxic relationship.
So you saying that's what we gonna do? You on air saying that we gonna kick it? Is that what you saying, or you just talking shit?
Now you putting you on the spot, Courtney. You said don't be saying it on the show. Hey.
I just said, you know what I'm saying? Wherever she want to go, we can go. I don't get no fuck.
Don't backpedal now, Courtney.
Hey, Mike Epps in town this weekend or something like that.
Hey, I did want to go see him. No, actually, I was gonna go alone.
Don't be pump faking. Here we go.
All right, well, here we go then. Let's go together. Hey, we laugh together at that motherfucker.
Oh shit!
All right then. Look at that. Wait, that's next weekend.
Oh damn! There we go. Mama Jenkins said, "Keep you a piece of steel." Shabaka said, "It sound like Wild Wild West to me." You know what? The biggest thing is, and this is kind of like where I'm going as we close the door on the show. I do want to make sure, because Kamar, you got, because we're off Wednesdays for the time being. There's no other, you don't hear anything else from us. There's something coming. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna put it out. It's gonna start. We'll start doing it. I'm gonna start doing it. But what do you got coming up this weekend, Kamar? Because we know you got events all the time. So what you got from here to next Monday when we talk again?
House of Vitality all week, and then Saturday I'll be at the Fundy Market early in the morning.
You gonna have the teas and all that? You gonna have everything with you?
2. Huh?
You gonna have the
Oh
teas?
yeah, I'm gonna
with
have
you?
everything with me.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
They love
Courtney,
me
What
down
else you
there.
gonna have, Kev?
Oh, he got more than tea. He
I
sells
mean,
all
I know, of
kinds of
course
stuff.
he always had to hold your dig. Why would he not have the teas?
I don't know. I'm not traveling with him. I don't know what his travel pack looks
Hold
like.
your dig.
I don't
Kamar,
know.
do you ever go without everything?
Well, I don't take everything all the time.
See,
but for the most part, I got some.
You always
little
got
bit
the
of
teas,
candy.
don't you?
Huh?
You always got the teas, don't you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You always got the teas, Kev.
I don't know. You caping for him, and Ernest is caping for you, and this is the cape show tonight.
We
It's
know he
just
gonna have the vitality.
Oh man, I'm off. I'm out of here now, man. Bye, man.
all right, man. All right, Ernest. All right. Courtney, what you got coming this weekend?
Kicking it.
Okay, that's it. Oh, I forgot Ewok gonna be in town. My fault.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey,
Don't do that.
you just gave the man a guarantee. Like, okay, we can.
No, I did not. I didn't do that.
Go see, Courtney. This is all recorded. This is all on.
When did I say we was going out?
No, you said well,
I may have asked where we was going out to eat. I may have asked certain questions, but I never said that we was actually going somewhere. Now I was just don't do
That's
that.
that bullshit. That's that bullshit.
Now
that bullshit.
it's that Diddy shit.
You can't say where we going to eat and then be like, but I didn't say we was going to eat. Like that's some real female shit, right? Where we going to eat? Well, I didn't say we was going nowhere. What the? Stop.
I just asked.
Hypothetical. It was a hypothetical. If you was taking me out, where was you gonna take me?
I didn't hear the if. I heard where are we going?
Hey, don't start that, Kev.
Why is it Kev to do?
It's always you.
I'm done with both of y'all because I'm staying out y'all relationship. I'm staying out of it. I'm staying out of it. Ike and Tina. Mama Jenkins, she said safe travels and yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I can't, man. Love my babies. I can't wait to see them. And you know, I ain't seen my boy play since last year. He know I'm coaching from the sideline behind the fence. I'm that dad. I be Kev, you got to tighten up on the post route. I'm that dude. Like he could probably can't. My wife be like, you know, he can't hear you, right? I'm like, he can hear me. Most of the time he be ignoring me. So, but I'm definitely trying to see that. So God willing, that's where I'll be. I ain't telling y'all when I'm leaving because you motherfuckers still. Listen, the way I was going with this was the whole thing with Diddy. And we look at the right now, just to start with the loss of Tupac and Biggie, and over the years, how many rappers have died, how rappers have become over the last 20 years disposable, how the quality of the music has slipped, how the service that it should be doing to the people and the young people in terms of enlightening them and putting them on a path. Like you can say what you want about gangster rap and all the stuff we listen to, but there was a path of enlightenment if you listen to the right things. You could choose to listen to BDP, X-Clan, Public Enemy, not Rakim, all these rappers who wanted to drop knowledge, poor righteous teachers. It was knowledge coming from everywhere. And this game has been reduced to a shadow of itself. So now with P. Diddy, this whole lifestyle, when we look at Rich Homie Quan just died. America has a drug problem right now. We have a very serious narcotic problem, especially when you start talking about the shit that they putting in it now. What's it called? The fentanyl. And so hip hop right now, in terms of being a popular culture that people can really relate to, is about to take another blow. Because there's going to be a lot of other hip hop figures named and incriminated because of what happened with Diddy. But hip hop has long celebrated this lifestyle. It's funny to me that we came up in the 90s and the early 2000s of listening to Diddy tell us all the time, this is how we do it. This is what you see him way back in the day, sitting in the pool in the hot tub with your friends call my friends, we can be friends. And you know, I love it when they call me Big Papa.
We can do this every weekend.
Yeah, and we've celebrated this lifestyle. We went through the Cash Money shit and the big timers where it was about money and rims and fuck these hoes. And my generation too went through we don't love these hoes. I remember at one time rap was all about pimping. They done forgot now Snoop walking down the aisles of the MTV Awards with 2 women on leashes. Like it's been a very self-destructive culture for a long time. And this thing with Diddy is a further illustration of it. The only thing is that there's more people involved now than just hip hop people. Because some of your favorites of your favorites is gonna be had a ass in the frying pan. But I cannot say I'm not happy to see this thing maybe be torn down and rebuilt, because the one thing I don't believe is I don't believe the powers that will ever be able to eradicate hip hop totally, because it's such a important way for Black kids to express ourselves. And it's not just about the music, it's about the clothes, it's about the art, it's about, you know, the language, it's about the fashion and the fashion movements and the entrepreneurship, the opportunity for us to make money off ourselves and empower each other. So I don't think they'll be able to eradicate it, but I'm not going to be upset to see this suicidal, genocidal culture kind of fall, right? And we have allowed this brother to build this up, and we've turned the other cheek. No Diddy, we've turned the other. We looked the other way. We did the same thing with R. Kelly. A lot of people don't remember. We knew R. Kelly had married Aaliyah in 1993. We knew that, right? And we still was your body's calling for me. We seen him pee in the girl face in 2001. We was still like, you remind me of my Jeep. We went through this. And Diddy had a song, More Money, More Problems, right? Just listen to some of the music that they've made over the years. And once again, my brother and I just been listening to hip hop endlessly, just sitting analyzing the music and what the messages were and how we interpreted it. And it's lacking the spirituality, and it's lacking the cultural relevance that it once had. And so I'm not going to be mad to see all this fake ass materialism and all of this shit about, you know, the more money you get, the more important you are, because that makes people sacrifice any and everything for a dollar. And they say the love of money, not the acquiring of money or the acquisition of money, but the love of money is the root of all evil. That's what we've said. But we built this culture. Like, as I remember in rap at one point in hip hop, we didn't care about name brands. We were pushing that to the side. Brothers was wearing beads and African medallions saying we're not going to even wear gold because it's exploited to the people in Africa. We went from that right into name brand. We made so many brands, so much money. Cristal and Timberland and all these different clothing, Tommy Hilfiger, shit that wouldn't have never even got off the ground. We made it a cultural icon and a corporate giant because of hip hop. I'm not going to be sad
getting branded by him.
I'm not going to be sad to see the materialism go. I'm not going to be sad to see the exploitation go. And the one thing I'm not going to be sad to see is the exploitation go. Like,
but why do you think it's about to go?
Gotta get away from that.
Why do you think it's about to go?
Well, that the way you do that and what is based on has long lost steam, because rap don't even sell like it used to, because people are tired of hearing the same old blah 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 blah. I sell as many bricks in the community. I'll shoot you. I'll shoot your mama. I'll shoot your dog. Then we'll come and piss on your grave and roll a blunt up out of your ashes and say we smoking on your pack.
I mean,
like,
that's
all this
not
shit it's already lost steam.
But for the newest culture, the younger culture, like, that's what they fuck with.
And that's why they're crashing out. That's why they're crashing out, because they spoon fed this shit and they eat it wholeheartedly. And they don't have the vision to seek the balance to it. Anything that's off balance is fucked up. And too much of anything will kill you. And that's, like I said, I grew up listening to gangster rap, but there was also a balance in which I listened to music that told me about self-love, self-preservation, who we was, the need for us to educate ourselves, empower ourselves. It has to be a balance. And I'm not going to be mad to see this perspective, at least the regime of Diddy and these gatekeepers who've assisted them with infecting us with this poisonous culture. I'm not going to be sad to see them go. That's all I want to say. And I get that it's the young people say, but we like it. But y'all literacy rates is down. Y'all unemployment is down. You motherfuckers ain't moving the needle forward.
I mean, I don't think anything. The culture
when I look at young people in my city, they're counterproductive because of their behavior, because of what they're doing. They living their life as savages right now because they're trying to live out a lot of this bullshit that they hear on these songs. And these people my mama used to say, them white folks got a place for you. When they get their hands on you, don't call me, because ain't nothing I can do about it. So I'm not mad to see Diddy go. Like, I'm tired of yeah. Anyways, it's time for a new era. I'm hoping that a more creative, because we got to get the art back to our kids so they can play instruments, so they can learn how to read music, so they can learn how to
but we're in the new era. I mean, Diddy didn't create this. Diddy just was still alive doing his thing.
How can you say he didn't create it when the whole bad
I'm
boy?
talking about this era that we're in right now. I don't mean just overall.
He's the fourth. He's the fourth. He's the forerunner.
That's not what I mean, Kev. That is not what I'm saying.
Okay, well, that's what you said. You said he didn't create.
But I don't mean it like that in the context you're taking it. But I'm saying just because Diddy is disappearing doesn't mean all this shit is disappearing. Diddy may go away.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
You're not
listening to what I'm saying. It's not just him disappearing.
Or the gatekeepers as well.
It's his co-conspirators who are going to disappear too. That the way they've done things is no longer going to be allowed. This is like with organized crime in this country, where for so long mobsters was able to do things a certain way, and it went on and on until it failed because of the RICO Act. So now, if you want to be a mobster, you got to move different. You want to be in organized crime, you have to move different. And so in the future, our rappers, people who come to us with popular culture, they're going to have to move different. They're going to have to, the whole sex crime thing where young girls are being exploited in traffic, that's going to be frowned upon from the start. It won't take 30 years next time. That's going to be removed. Now, will it come back one day? I'm sure it will. I mean, you can't keep it down forever. I just want to see in my lifetime for it to go back to the essence of what it once was, which was music that reflected our soul, the soul of black folk, as the man said. I want to see it go back to that. Huh?
A lot of black souls are fucked up. That's why.
But there's a lot who's not. There's a lot who's not, and they're not getting represented right now. And as a matter of fact, the picture is painted. That's who we are. The whole community fucked up. Like ain't none of us progressive. Ain't none of us moving forward. The youngsters who are doing well don't get no light. I just talked about my own son. What he's doing ain't popular right now. What you doing up there in that little school trying to go to school and play football? You should be out here trapping. You should be out here trying to get this money. Like, you should be tatted all on your neck with gold teeth everywhere. The positive kids don't get the light. So it's a false narrative that's been created and perpetuated by this culture. We got to admit that this culture has become toxic. And I think taking him out and taking some of his co-conspirators, Kevin Liles has already stepped down. A lot of the heads of studios and labels are about to be stepping down, and the money's not there anymore. The money hip hop ain't making it's not selling like it used to. And I just want to see the culture change. I'm happy to see a potential for it to restart. That's all. So, that's my little 2 cents on it. That's my rant. If you disagree, like Shabaka said, call me or inbox me and insult me, like diss me like that, because we about to get off the air. So if you say, Cam, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, okay, that's cool too. You just gonna have to do it off the air. Listen, man. In a world where you could be anything, be somebody who gives a fuck, man. Make sure you get out here and try at least to have some integrity. Try to do something good. Because if you're the type of person who always talking about some shit but ain't never doing nothing, then ultimately your criticism of the community outweighs your contribution, and that makes you a coon. I will see y'all Monday, man. Peace and love. Keep your head on the swivel. Rest in peace to Stephen Pfeiffer, cuz we love you. We gonna miss you, man. I will see y'all, man.